From the top of Wologisi to the beaches of Maryland, we cover Liberia like nobody else does. This is Spoon 107.5 FM.
Yes, sir. A special one from the CEO, Stan Turner with the spoon. And your boy.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to the spoon, you ain't know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, moreover, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You from Jama, Maryland to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. Every ike from Gretchen, Marala to spoon. You got a Spoon TV, you got a Spoon Radio to spoon. Yeah, to spoon. You want to get a news update, to spoon. Yeah, Rastafari. Klibaba, klibaba, klibaba. Klibaba, klibaba, klibaba. What you want? It's not your body. Spoon TV. It's not your body. Spoon TV. Spoon. Spoon entertainment.
On the beat.
To get your information. To the spoon to be by Spoon television. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia.
You know, they say a defeat is a defeat, but sometimes when you watch others being defeated or the comments they make after being defeated, it makes your defeat to feel like it's so much not like a defeat. So I'd love to say sorry to my compatriot, my colleague Yanti Gennaro Samuel Tokba from Grand Bassa County. I see you ranting on Facebook. Being dragged by Lofa 3-1, it's not the worst thing that can happen to you. But just manage it. I wish you a speedy recovery, whichever way you're feeling bad. I hope that people can console you. Though I also lost to Grand Cape County, but seeing my colleague, crying as the way he is, they need to do something there in Grand Paso, especially being defeated on their home turf. Wherever it is you watching us from, I'd love to say welcome to you. Those of you watching Spoon TV all around the world, whether Super TV, Fabric TV, or you're watching us via YouTube, I'd love to say pleasant welcome to you as well. The National County Sports Meet has begun. This is arguably our biggest sporting event in the country, and it's a tournament that is set to foster unity, but most often than not, we see a lot of politics being played, a lot of accusations, claims, and counterclaims. But at the end of the day, it's a good feeling when you go out there to support your county or counties, as intermarriages has also taken a serious stay in our country, which is a good thing, that people marry from across different divides of our social and political divide here in Liberia. But looking at the full-time score today, the footballing category, Nimba defeated Sino by 3-0. Lofa, yeah, that's why Yanti is crying all around, defeated Grand Bassa by 3-1. Margibi County defeated Bomi 2-1. And Grand Cape Mount County defeated Grand Jida County 2-1. Bapolu and Monserrado County drew 2 apiece. River G County defeated Riverses, seems like the river from River G overcame the river from Riverses by 2-0. That's in the footballing category. Gupon County will play Wednesday as well. I'll bring you results from the kickball as well, but those are the score lines from the ended matches here in Liberia, the National County Sports Meet. For those of you listening to us across Liberia, pleasant welcome to you wherever it is you're listening to us from. You're listening to either Spoon 107.5 FM, Fabric 101.1 FM, Super 95.5, Voice of Liberia 104.1, and a host of other stations relaying us all across Liberia. So Doda Daniel says Grand Bassa selling the county. Selling county. No, my man. What do you mean by that? I think yeah, we still see a lot of selling being done by people who have got some Bassa heritage and stuff like that. But you guys are the people who county like selling county now. Yeah.
And you poor.
All right, so what we do on the show is we open the phone lines for you to call us up and let us know what's on your mind. We have our guest in studio today. Our guest is a political leader. We want to keep it at that. Those of you who are online, you already know who our guest is. He's none other than Honorable Reverend Alexander Colley. He is the political leader of the Reformers Congress, right? The Reformers National Congress, RNC. He will be in studio today speaking to national issues and other things that pertains to Liberia. But we'll go to the phone lines. Let us know what's on your mind. I know many people will be talking about the National County Sports Meet. Remember, when the Unity Party had its homecoming day, we reported a story from sources, highly placed sources, that the Liberty Party and its hierarchy would have snubbed that particular gathering. Through to our sources saying, yes, the leadership of the Liberty Party did snub the Unity Party homecoming program. Others say, oh, well, it was a Unity Party thing. It wasn't a Liberty Party thing. Political analysts said, well, they're in an alliance. And if one member of the alliance is celebrating a good moment, the other members of the alliance should be there to show solidarity and strength. Anything other than that shows that there is a divide, a split in the alliance. Well, again, our sources have informed us that there's a high-profile meeting ongoing between the leadership of the Liberty Party, headed by Senate Pro Tempore Yombli Kanga Lawrence, other high-ranking members of the Liberty Party, and the president and his team to discuss what are those things that led to the snubbing, the UP's homecoming program. And what we were told of is that they feel like the relationship is not one of mutual respect, some allocations that should be given, they were not given. They feel like, look, my man, prior year we all struggle for the thing, but it seems like we're not getting a fair share. But we'll talk about that on the program as well. But our focus tonight is having a very, very wonderful conversation with Reverend Alexander Colley. Yes, if you're not careful, you might say Alexander, but it's Alexander Colley. Yeah. All right, but let's go to the phone lines quickly for Liberians to call us up and let us know what's on their mind. 0777-101075, 0555-101075. 1 minute per caller, please. Let us know what's on your mind. Hello.
Good evening to you.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you calling us from?
Thank you. This is Lawson Pine.
Go ahead, please.
I'm the CRO for the International Bureau of the Unity Party.
Oh, you're in the Ledger Bureau now?
Okay, yes, you are right.
All right, go ahead, please.
Thank you so much. A couple of days too, not to the other country. Look, let me appreciate you this today for the analysis, and that was your people guys.
Brother, we haven't made any analysis on the program. We just started. So just speak to your point, please.
You have analysis, you just there, you
go ahead, sir.
Yes, thank you very much. Today, my mind has been in my mind has been also to have to do with the serial vessel Yankee, Minister of the Foreign Affairs. So that lady is not that all of people who will come in a political space want to gain popularity. The woman with her whole heart, her whole mind and soul
Okay.
to work for elaborate people. When you get close to her, the position of good work, elaborate people are watching her. Well, we're not going in vain.
All right, sir.
Some people who just know come around to just people him. And we all know that they are all same up, but now we know them. But
All right, Mr. P. I have to leave you right there and take other callers. I'm sorry for that, but we have to take others as well. Hello.
Family, and good evening to my peace-loving people of the Republic of Liberia, and good evening to you, Dirk, Brother Damon Slanger, in Silo in Liberia. The name remains constant and Panso ES Camara at this time in point. I want to say big bravo to my Lion boys, the Wologisi boys, are done when we prove. I did not go on the subject of the Doris Williams spoke page, but I follow it live on the voice of Liberia. My boys demonstrated the game from the start to the end. They proved beyond all reasonable doubt that they are the champions. So I would like to say bravo to our successful senator, Momo Saros. Then he took over as senator. I can remember he said who has sent a record for Lower County carrying the country. I understand. 2019, only the watch or job matter we carry it.
All right.
And then 2014, we carry it. 2 championships. So I
2014 or 2024?
To him. We will carry it this coming around again 2016 to 2025.
I mean, why you just keep carrying a year back, my man? You in Ethiopia or what? 2024. We in 2025.
Yeah. 2025. Yes, we carry it.
All right, man. Thank you.
So bravo to team and bravo to my senator.
Thank you.
Successful.
Thank
you. Always praise you.
My man,
Baba.
Baba.
Thank you, Brother Damo.
All right, let's take this next person. Hello. Hello. Hello, you live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm Jesse DK calling from TQC Factory.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, what in my mind is the money American government promised to get Liberia government. That money they will not send it to the horse.
Which money now?
The money they promised Liberia government 260 million. That money when they send to the horse, the upper horse, the lower horse, I will eat the money. Then I can Liberia and invest Liberia.
Are you talking about the proposed, if we do get a compact, you're talking about the MCC compact funds? Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, that money doesn't come to your government like that. They have a MCC office that is responsible for projects and dispensing and all of that. So it's not like money that they will take and give it to the government of Liberia. So it doesn't work like that.
Thank you very much. Because they come around, we don't throw the horse, the upper horse, the lower horse, they put you out there for themselves. They are there for really.
What in the upper horse and lower horse do you?
They put they are very corrupt. They are very corrupt. That is the problem in the country.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right.
077771075 055101075. Hello. I'm fine. Please be a bit audible for us. Your name and where you calling us from.
I'm Bishop Star calling from Poland.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my brother. Apparently in the community, there is difficulty occurring here.
You say?
I said our parent in the community, there is difficulty occurring here.
Which community is that?
When some black and then more people are doing process here. We not agree to be about that we don't even done it.
My brother, because you're speaking so low, it's difficult to understand what you're trying to say. I only heard like you ain't get correct.
You getting me?
Go ahead now.
I said everything we see to be occurring here, you want some black people.
What do you do to LEC?
We don't occurring in the community.
Oh.
So more people are being and we do the part that we don't eat it down there.
Oh. But do you have a community leadership?
Yeah, I want leaders which is Jonathan is trying to beg on no one. They don't respond to him.
All right, man. I hope
Yeah,
you'll
not
keep
easy, brother.
trying, and if your leadership can also meet your representative and see how best they too can add their voice there and see if your community is planned for connection by LEC and know what's the status. Yeah, it's engaging. You have to keep engaging. Yeah.
Okay, man.
Thank you. 077771075 055101075. Let's take this next person here. Hello.
What's up, brother?
I'm okay, Chief. How are you?
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm boy from Soakley.
Go ahead, sir.
I was don't listen to me. I mean, I still don't get a pin that building and do so many pictures on that building.
We appreciate it if you were to bring some materials like pin. You know, you have listener spoon. Try and bring 3 buckets of pin. The BB one, the one against $80. Just bring 3.
Yeah, I got many ways I can contribute.
Yeah, so we can start by that. We appreciate it.
No, I come in. I appreciate it. I play whole thing can be showing just tell you Tamo because you do all smooth that way. That way. All the Tamo
We don't do dirty work here. We do clean jobs. You don't see us dirty.
You do clean job, right? So I play the very same.
All right, Chief.
What I play, yeah, you change the city of that building.
All right. We hear you.
Yeah.
I want on your mind. Oh, okay. We hear you, Chief. 077771075 055101075. Let's take this next person. Hello.
Good evening, Nadine.
This is Diamond. How are you?
This is about Timothy Slanger.
How are you, sir?
Good to hear from you. Chief, my name is Anthony Seon.
Welcome, Anthony. What's on your mind?
The government, before the government came into being, the Unity Party government came into being, we supported the government and they told us that they were going to support us. The first budget, the second budget have passed, and we hear nothing about the motorcyclists. Each time we flag this issue, without hearing anything from them. There are people in this government that they get came last minute to the time, and they are highly benefiting from the government. And we came there, even at the time, none of the people came. We guys, most of them that supported our second round people. But we came from the early side of everything. Why is it we are left out? Why is it we continue to strike the issue and nobody speaking about it? You demo. You're not even carrying this news.
So, but which news now? That our dad making your agreement.
Demo, you don't gotta be there. Not gotta be there.
Have you brought it to the attention of the network? Have you come to the network and brought it to our attention and said, okay, we are a group that we think we marginalized and we want to have a press conference or we want to make our issue heard? You haven't done so. So why you want to blame me?
Okay, if so, that's what we're going to do this week. We're going to meet you and tell you. And we want to say these things. They have left us out. What's going on?
Maybe you kind of picture later.
They point out other people.
All right, brother. Yeah.
We are the motorcyclists. We took them from nowhere and brought them to somewhere.
But are motorcyclist chairman working to MPA?
That means our chairman, John Kent, not our president again. We started a resolution moving and Dwar Mama is the new president for the Marine Federation of Motorcycle.
So why you move John Kent? Why you moving for that?
Steven Weir is the vice president for administration. Anthony Sayer is the vice president for operations.
So why you move John from there?
We moved John from there because John lack of commitment. And John was not getting each of the motorcyclists. He need to speak for us. And you are not doing it. And John too busy with a job. Divided commitment. And these are some of the things we moved John Kent for.
Okay. So for me this week, yeah?
I do that, sir.
All right, man. Take care.
Begin of Anthony Sayer.
I'm
the vice president for operation.
Thanks for calling.
The Union Republic of Liberia.
Thank you. 077771075 055101075. Let's take this next person. Hello.
Yeah, good thing. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Yes, Diamond here. Please go ahead.
Okay, this Adaman Kana Joseph Wakai for son, CKA Joseph Wakai speaking. I joined for a Unity Party Intellectual Bureau, Clouton. Yes.
So we're doing CDC time. It used to be Dole community. So you're based in Clarendon.
Yeah. You know everything in China.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our chairman are there, the men that putting all together, calling Fasu Kuma, one of the good human being that a man like Joseph Waka yell at me because I assume that Joseph Waka calls in there. Damon, the only thing that on my mind this evening, hey Damon, we need to in fact, when I read a pin, I beg you, me and I get money to buy pin. I will come there, I help to draw water to do whatsoever, even to be clean the area, I'll do that one.
No problem, we appreciate that.
Okay, and Damon, the second thing, the agriculture, I say I want for Spoon to be going for agriculture break. Representative can go for agriculture break. For Spoon, they fine. I want for all to open the fund.
Oh, you spoke about the cutlasses, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so read out your number because we lost your number.
Okay, my number is 0888.
Yeah.
91. 38. 64. Yeah, you want the orange? I can give you the orange.
No, this one is okay. Once you can answer this number, no problem.
I want for you to. What I want to do, I want to go see the area yourself. You go see that, then you know about the empowerment. Then you will be yourself be flashing it because anything.
I get your number now, Tata. So just relax. I'll call you and then we'll probably arrange that. Yeah.
Thank you, my boy. Thank you. I've been boss. You ever say?
All right, man. Have a good night.
All right. Okay.
All right. 077771075 555101075. We take calls for 5 minutes and then we'll transition and start having our conversation with our esteemed guest. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you calling us from?
Okay, so I'm Livingstone Johnny Black. I'm calling from the Duniso 10th community as the general chair. We have a concern. We have been trying, our community leadership have been trying to get to Mr. Stanton Weatherspoon. We are challenged for development. The leadership wants to discuss some very important issue as it relates to the 10 communities in the Lower community, District 2. It's really, really appealing that Mr. Weatherspoon can have the time to give us the time, the airtime to be able to get on the phone talk to explain to the Liberian people and to our people to some of what we are faced with as community. You know, Duniso is a conglomeration of 10 largest community in Montserrat that came together to work under one leadership. And so that leadership is very challenged. And we really want to get Spoon to discuss some of the issues.
So this is how it works, yeah? So Spoon Talk, no disrespect to your plights that you have, is our premier program. And usually we have a lot of guests lined up. So what you can do is a representative from your leadership can pass at the office, and then we can see whether or not to send a reporter and have a sit down with you and discuss all of that. And after that, probably we will elevate it to that level. Yeah.
Thank you, Dama. Thank you, Dama. Surely this week you will be able to meet us so seriously.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you ever so much.
All right. 077771075 077101075. Those are the numbers to call. Let's take this next person. Hello.
Yeah, I'm being about the junction.
Go ahead, sir.
I got two concerns. The first one is the first part I'm talking about the motorcycle that they are remove the chairman. Let me tell you, that major line.
Oh, let me John Kenyon.
The John Kenyon still the chairman of the motorcycle. The man who's talking now, the people who was supporting the past government and then the phone government, the phone motorcycle, they say they let go John Kenyon. So the man lying. There's no way that they move John Kenyon the law. They're talking about that. And second, the men who talk about they want to meet Spoon FM because of the representative and the development in this too. Let me tell you, before they come off, any development they want for the district on the second to do it, they should come through the district office. It will happen because as we speak now, it's happening now.
Oh, okay.
So, it's happening now. So if they say they're going to go to a different thing, that outside of that, listen, we have for it. Thank you.
In as much as you have your opinion, they too are entitled to theirs, and we listen to everybody when they state their qualms, things they feel is not happening in district number 2. We will contact the leadership of district number 2 and find out why these things are happening, if they are, and how they can be solved as well. That's what we do. So we can say, because you have said that these things are happening, so we should just downplay what he too did say is not happening. 077771075, 055101075. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. What's on your mind?
Yeah, I got 2 concerns.
Go ahead, sir.
All right. The first one has to deal with
Sir, are you there? Okay, I think we lost our caller there. 077771075, 555101075. Hello.
Hello.
You're live, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my name is Stephen Corey. I'm from the Seven Jones.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the talk. What come on my mind is about I tell it to you, thank you. All the time the spoon talk, make her to let the spoon talk and take it and make sure they listen to him. Because the CEO always they talk, I can follow the talk for me. Every evening I follow the talk. In part of the story I listen. But I really like how he can follow the story. He say things so, he say it so, and a balance. For that, I let him personally. He is a real politician. You know, somebody that you know, one star, a lead, the other star, he's saying no. He's there. He always says that I supported the government, but what the government is doing, did that, and that. When they say politician and candidate, I had to talk.
All right, sir.
Candidate, the good one, the bad one, it's everything one. So thank you. He lay long. I pray for him as a CEO.
Amen.
And then God bless you.
Amen. Thank you. God bless you too.
Okay.
077771075. 3 minutes to go. At exactly 8:30, we will begin our conversation with the Honorable Reverend Alexander Colley. Hello.
Is this Spoon FM family?
This is Spoon, sir.
Yeah, my name is Momo. We are calling from Central Virginia.
You're welcome, Momo. What's on your mind?
Yeah, what is on my mind is this. We are calling on this community. They promise us that they are going to rescue Liberian people from 440. They are going to rescue students from Sterling Street. They are going to put them in school. But now that the family, even the business are going to yet now much better than that. So we are calling on the government to see to please try to rescue Liberia out of 440. Then for them to pick it up, Coloma. They still rescue banana, they attend to excuse in the country. Everywhere they go, they can be excused. Things that happen in the past, government ain't happened before. So we are calling on them, clear the travel the bus. Let them drive the bus good and let people get out of 440. That they will rescue 20 people. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for calling. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
You live, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, this is William Moko from Clay Street.
Go ahead, William.
Yeah, Damo, I just want to make this point. I'm not speaking on behalf of the executive committee of my party, the Liberty Party. But we will say this, you know, and we all know Unity Party were never going to win election if they were not going to collaborate with other political parties. But today, we feel embarrassed, we feel disturbed, and we feel shame to even stand as a party when the party chairman of Unity Party can stand up to say that other parties are helping verbs. So we have already told our committee members in as much they can call us helping verb. We will not be helping verb to anybody again. I think government is power sharing. Once we can get our part of the sharing or our part of the cake, we're not listening to anybody because we don't want anybody to give us another name or another to attach another adjective.
So because just the helping verb statement and why you want to withdraw from the, you say you're not speaking for the executive committee, so I'm taking it from you as a member of the Liberty Party as you claim to be. So is it because of that statement alone that you don't want to collaborate with the Unity Party anymore as a partisan of the Liberty Party, as a member of the Liberty Party?
It is not so much. It is not so much of that statement alone. There were other things that were said.
Such as?
Look at your. Pardon me?
Other things such as
you people are generally, you people have Mr. Tappet clips. You people have his clip. I just brought in the helping verb because that was a strong statement used on political party that helped the Unity Party. You can use helping verb on us.
So that I won't really hear you.
Yeah, it really hurting me. It really hurting me.
But you're aware of the meeting that the president called with your leadership?
The meeting, I went up there, and that's why our leadership are there, and we are scratching on one of that issue on our helping verb, because if we were not going to help them, they couldn't win CDC, you know it, man. They couldn't win CDC around here, they alone.
But you just that you help them now. So
we help them, so we should be referred to as helping verb.
That is, that is saying help inside, you say help too, so that why, But anyway. Thank you for calling.
We collaborated with them, and in collaboration, you must go inside. And when you say go inside, I help now.
All right, sir.
So you can say helping verb. You use our helping verb, so we can't be helping verb anymore.
All right, y'all want to be the mean verb now, eh? He laughed. All right, thank you for calling. All right, folks, let me bring on Mr. Emmanuel. That's Emmanuel G. Mr. Emmanuel George. What's up, Chief? How are you? I'm not hearing you. You muted.
I'm fine, thank you, Dama. How are you today?
I'm pretty well. I'm pretty good. Did the county meet results go in your favor?
I didn't get you, Dama.
The national county's post meet. Did the results go in your favor?
Well, I will congratulate Lofa. I wanted them to beat Lofa.
Oh, you wanted them to beat Lofa?
Yeah.
But now you congratulating Lofa.
Yeah, that they were able to win again.
Okay. What else? How's your Sunday like?
Sunday is good. It's been started busy. We had snow falling last night to this morning, but it's okay. It's a great Sunday. I'm seated here having conversation with you. How's your Sunday going?
It started off as a good one. Then we got whipped by Cape Mount. But it's okay. We still do have a chance of qualifying if we can win our remaining 2 games, or better still win 1, draw 1, depending on what happens with the rest of the matches in our group. But remain hopeful. Sometimes the bad start is not always the worst. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yes, it's possible. It's possible. But Kema has which county in your group has the best team?
Well, I would say my county, but we've lost already. Yeah. I would say my county, but we've lost already. We see how best we can get back on track. You listen to the callers, talking about diverse issues on their minds, ranging from development in their districts that they feel is not happening, to reportedly being ostracized, and others praising this administration as it would be. You have supporters and detractors. What do you make of the number of calls that we've sampled so far and what was said by Liberians?
Well, Damon, look, when you take calls like this randomly and you have people sharing their opinion, they speak to what is existing in the environment or where they are. So most people who will be praising the government will be people who have a job at the government or looking for something. But those who are actually faced with the challenges know that it's very challenging in Liberia. It's a tough thing right now in the country. The government is not. Everybody looks forward to having a job in government. The government can only employ between 60 to 65,000 people. The population is about 5 million, 2.5 million of us are eligible to work. So you take 60,000 from that 2.5 million, majority of us will not find work in Liberia. So that's why we need to grow the private sector. And that's the reason why many people are frustrated, because the private sector is not growing. And if the private sector is not growing, we cannot employ more people into the system.
So that is the the main reason we have all of these qualms as stated by you. We also did have a show on Friday. There were issues stated about the alleged budget manipulation. Now we've seen another post from Senator Connor. But let's go to this somewhat of a fact-finding or reconciliating meeting between the leadership of the Liberty Party and that of the president and the Unity Party. What do you make of that?
Well, the Liberty Party, I don't want to say they were 1 vote in, 1 vote out. A good portion of them, the leadership portion, half of the leadership, I think a good percentage of the leadership left the CPP arrangement and joined the Unity Party. And some of the leadership and some of the members left the Unity Party, was continuing to be part of the CPP. So you had that situation. So the first thing I think the Liberty Party will do is to bring the party together and first reconcile the two groups. Now, when it comes to the issue that they are challenged with now, is that, it's one thing to be in the political setting, campaigning, another thing to rule the country. And during campaign, people make a lot of promises to one another, and some of them will depend not to fulfill it. So I think many of them have a serious hope and trust in the current president that he was going to keep up with the promises he made to the Liberty Party, and the folks in the Liberty Party are not seeing that. And they should have known, because we also experienced that. We experienced that in the CPP arrangement, where the Unity Party was not very honest throughout most of the process. And at the end of the day, when it was time for us to prepare to go to convention to select who were going to be the political leader of the CPP, the Unity Party started all the gimmicks and all the play here and there. At the end of the day, the CPP collapsed. The original arrangement of the CPP collapsed. So I think that's why the Liberty Party is seeing firsthand. They're having their own experience. I don't think they will be able to make a key role in this. Few of them will continue to benefit, but those who are benefiting will be those who are senators, like Senator Darius Dillon and Senator Youngblade Kanka Lawrence. They are in elected position, but the foot soldiers and others will not feel any benefit. I can tell them that for free.
Are you accusing the leadership of the Liberty Party of dashing their supporters? Because you said only a few of them will benefit, and as part of some of the reasons outlined by our sources is that they feel like they've not been given a fair share of appointments, within the collaboration or the alliance for which they form an integral part of.
No, I'm not accusing the leadership. I'm saying that the leadership are elected officers. There's a Senate pro tempore and the chairman for the Senate Foreign Affairs Committee. They are the key face of the Liberty Party right now. They are not looking for jobs. They have a 9-year tenure that they are serving on. But the foot soldiers, the middle people, will not benefit from this, because even if conversation become intense, those conversations will not serve them. And the Unity Party have not shown to be a very good player in any negotiation agreement with any political party. They have always that. See how the ALP political leader, Mr. Bernard Ure, he was the vocal point. In fact, he used his voice against Mr. Alexander Cummings. It was his voice in the news. But when it came down to actually, when the rubber meet the ground, when it was serious time, they booted him out. And I'm not too sure President Barker, the Unity Party has a good relationship with the ALP right now. I'm not 100% sure where it is. So there's a history, and that's the history I'm speaking to. So the Liberty Party people can understand there's a history of the Unity Party not being a very good player when it comes to negotiations.
There are others who have said by President Barker calling this meeting, it shows leadership or good leadership, trying to listen. What do you make of that?
Well, it's possible, but again, we have a history, of these things happening. When meetings were called, but yet there will be backstab, where issue were being discussed, even going all the way to Ghana to have conversation. Before the conversation could end, it was all in the media, and we were being portrayed negatively. So I don't give much credence to such conversation, especially when it comes to to the leadership of the Unity Party. I have no confidence in them being very honest a broker in any conversation they have. We have great experience in Liberian. There's a history of this party on negotiating with others and kicking them to the curb.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. George. We have the Reverend Alexander Colley. He's the leader of the Reformers National Congress of Liberia. We're just bringing in to hang with us until Mr. Witherspoon, comes on for them to kickstart the conversation. You will also be a part of the conversation. He's been listening in. He's been listening to the callers as well, and we just want to bring him in a bit. Reverend Colley, welcome. Mr. Witherspoon will do the official one, but I'm just saying welcome to you. This is the Spoon Talk. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very good. Glad to be on this platform. Again, I want to say thank you to you and everyone who works here that have made this platform one of the best in the world, especially the largest platform in Liberia.
Thank you.
So we're very glad to be on such platform. Thank you so much for having us.
It's a pleasure, Reverend Colley. You listened to the callers as well. You've been here almost an hour plus now. What do you have to make of these views that have been sampled compared to what you have also been listening to with your boots on the ground here?
It's a sad thing that the despondency is very palpable. I mean, wherever you go, you feel it, you see it. There are a lot of things we expected. In fact, I was talking with a group of people, and I told them that when VP Barkite said that he realized that they squandered lots of resources, it was very pleasing to hear that at least he admitted that they squandered resources. And so I really felt that, at least he admitted they did that. So when he gets in power, he will be able to, redirect resources and use resources better or appropriately. But sadly, I think he was just saying something to make himself look good. He is even squandering a lot more resources. And, like Mr. George said earlier, the history is there. Sometimes you can't run from your history. It makes you unpopular. It makes you not people wanting to even have any deal with you, because they'll be like, well, we know him, or we know her, or we know them. So it's just a sad thing that the despondency is palpable because of such person. I mean, when he spoke openly, so we squander all the resources, so we thought he would get there and do something better, but again, he is not. So we're very disappointed.
Already getting into the conversation, Mr. George. This is just a warm-up with the Reverend. Anything you want to bring about for him to speak to before we get into the official conversation?
No, I would just be generous because we're waiting for the CEO to lead us in his conversation. But Reverend, can you tell us a bit of your background?
Okay, well, I was born in I think it's Margibi now, Jama Camp 2, the Saraba Corporation in Salala. I was born on Jama Camp 2, to be specific, but my folks from Wuhalahun Town, Kulahun District, Lofa County. That's why I have that. I love my middle name, Double. Lots of people are not able to pronounce that name. So again, shout out to my Wolokizi boys. We are very excited. Excuse me. Excuse me, my voice is like I have a little frog in my throat. So that's where my folks come from. But I grew up in Salala. I attended the elementary school there, and then I moved later to Lofa County, attended Balahun Public School, and then moved to Kakata, attended KRTTR demonstration, and then moved into Monrovia, attended Ora M. Horton, Newport Junior High School. And after that, I went back to Kakata, attended BWI. I was in the electronics department. And then the war came over and we went our ways, came back and completed my high school at the Monrovia College. And after that, I was able to attend the Baptist Seminary. And just almost, I think I was in my sophomore class and moved to the States, where I completed my theological studies. And after that, I served as assistant pastor at the Solid Rock Assemblies of God Church in Cranston, Rhode Island. And I served as the president of the Liberian Ministerial Fellowship for almost 10 years. And it was...
You are from a missionary family going to all these different high school and elementary schools around the country?
No, I'm from a poor family, so my folks could not afford that, so I had to move, live for people here, live for my sister there, and so I was all over the place. So yeah, it was not for a missionary family. It was just that I couldn't afford living here. My parents were. My father was a watchman. As we say, he was a tapper in Firestone Division Camp 43 Division Camp 43. But he was, I think, let go. And one of the things that I talk about, when my father was retired at Firestone, this man, with all that he went through, all the hard laboring job that man did, I remember, I did not see at the time, but my sister told me that they gave him $15, for his pension. So there are lots of things, and you would think, with all these years.
Which year are you talking about, so the $15 pension?
Yeah, he worked there for several years, almost 15 to 20 years that he worked at Firestone.
Are you talking about in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s?
Yeah, in the 60s. I would say in the 60s, yeah.
Oh.
But maybe it meant a lot more, but just, considering how, tedious these people work, I think but Firestone is doing that because no one pushes them to do anything for the people. Look, I'll give you a better example. When Yekepa, Lamco, when Lamco was over there. So you look at how people live in Lamco versus how people live in Firestone. You will see there's a little difference, But again, we need to really push. There are a lot of things going on in our country. To give you a perspective, when we were 115 years, Rwanda was just 1 year old. For over a century, we existed before even Rwanda. Today, Rwanda is one of the best places in Africa. In fact, they're producing flying cars, where we're still trying to crawl and even take care of our people. Look, they have one of the cleanest streets. Here we got dirt all over. 178 we call ourselves. Shame on our leaders.
Let's go small in the political side. Were you ever a member of the People's Restoration Party?
Yes. So I established that party, and I brought in a chairman who tried to sell my party.
Sell your party?
Yes. So I'm telling you. So that was the first party that I established. So I have been in the process since 2010. And so I came in.
You were kicked out of the People Restoration Party?
No. He was just throwing words out there. We went to court, and the case is staying in court. But people were begging me, to just let him go or to back off. But I had to resign from that party. But some of the members still hold up to that. The case is still in court. So if I have to go testify, I will. But I'm no longer a member of that party. I am now a reformer. But I did establish that party. Used my own money, did everything. Brought him in. So I gave him some money to go get an office, and so he squandered the money. He couldn't give account, so I told him he had to leave. So just within that time, we got our certificate.
Reverend Stanton is here now, so I don't want to cut you off. Stanton is here, but we'll talk about that because it's very interesting. But let me just turn over to Mr. Waterspoon.
Yeah, no, I think the chairman in Liberia, political party chairman, they feel very entitled. You know, I don't know why they feel that way.
See you. What's up with you?
Man, Reverend, it's good to see you. Dama, how you doing? I've been digging snow all morning.
Good to see you, Stanton.
Reverend, it's been snowing heavily here in New Jersey. Yeah,
oh, wow.
Where Emmanuel is, they got people that can do their snow. We are on the side of New Jersey. We got to do our own snow. Just look at my farm, man. Everything is kind of, I've been digging snow, you know. I told Dama, he said, well, see, you take pictures. Let's see to believe you. So I took some pictures. I took some video, you know. I and the family were out there. I left them out doing snow, but Reverend, you don't do your own snow, but it's okay.
Oh no, I do. When I'm there, I do.
When I'm there, I do. Say to you, our sympathy, man. We heard what happened in your state, Rhode Island, the killing of 2 Brown University students, and you have 9 other injured. Thank God they found the person. They found them, and listen, it just tear our hearts because we have our children in different universities around the country, you know, and this is happening right in your backyard. So welcome to Spoon Talk. Sorry that we're going to start this show late, but it's very good that we are here. Better late than never due to the condition. But we'll give you a chance to address that. Folks from Rhode Island listen to you right now. Right in your backyard, it happens.
Thank you for having me on. Like I said earlier, Stanton. Again, we are grateful to God for you creating this mega platform where we can come and discuss issues pertaining to our nation and other places. You know, we thank God for you. We pray that God will continue to strengthen you, to empower you, to make room for improvement in many ways that this platform will serve Liberia and many people. So we're very grateful, and I'm glad to be here. Again, I want to be just to acknowledge my other half, Anna. She's here with me. And I also want to acknowledge my global leader, Madam Nelly Francis Lee Service, my political chairman Dishu, and my strong man, SG, Alexander Caesar. So, but we're glad to be here. So to my people in Rhode Island, again, we're praying for you. We pray that God will strengthen you. At this time, all we can do is just to take solace, in the fortitude of God's hand. Know that God is there. God will protect you. Those who lost their loved ones, we say, have our sympathy, and we're praying for you that God will give you strength, God will give you comfort, God will give you direction. Again, we're very grateful to God that such person was apprehended. We live in a world now where it's just by the grace of God. You wake up in the morning, you have to tell your family and your children, whoever around you, tell them I love you, because you'll never assured return back home. It's just a crazy world now that we're living in. But again, we're praying for you, people in Rhode Island, and we are with you.
Again, thank you very much. I didn't hear what you said. You said you have another half or your other half?
My better half.
It's so cool. My ear, everything is being confused. Did you just say your another half or your other half?
CEO Uncle Trouble.
No, I mean, you got so many people going to be listening to you. You got to be careful. But can you say that again? Your another half, your other half.
My better half.
Okay. Her name?
Anna.
Anna, she's in Liberia with you?
Yes.
She's in the studio?
Yes. I mean, I had to keep her closer,
So you don't want the Eve and Adam situation, right? You got to be there. You don't remember now. Adam made a mistake. He went hunting. He came back. Eve did something else. But we want to say it's good to have you. We appreciate you, my brother. And thank you for joining. Thank you for joining Spoon Talk today. we're going to get into politics. This is not the normal one-on-one because you have to introduce yourself to the people. And certainly so, the people got to, from every walk of life, you're going to have seditions, the UPIPs, the independent, the ANC, asking you question. When you send me the message, you said RNC. And let me just pause for a minute. RNC, the first thing comes to your mind, will be what? A political party by the acronym RNC. What was the first thing you think about, Wanto?
Probably the first thing that got to my mind is ANC.
Okay, Emmanuel, what the first thing you think about? RNC. Wanto not in America, so maybe
the Republican Party.
The Republican National Convention. I just thought you were taking that to Liberia, right?
Good old party.
I didn't know that you had your own RNC. But let's talk about your party. Let's talk about Mr. Alexander, the Reverend, the Honorable Alexander Double Cuddy. I heard the guys asking you already. We're not going to go back. Let's just start from where you left out, and then let's just make this show very interesting. You got people wanting to know you. They are tuning in. They are listening to you. You can join us on Voice of Liberia. You can also join us on Super FM, Fabric FM, Spoon FM, all of our relays on social media, on Instagram, on YouTube, by the way. We want to acknowledge your presence here today. We want to say thank you very much for sharing the show. Continue to share the show. Let's make progress. Reverend, the Honorable Alexander Double, what do you do for a living?
Well, I am I'm a pastor. I'm a Christian, a pastor. I'm a healthcare practitioner. I am, so that should really be that should suffice.
Which church are you pastoring?
I'm an assistant pastor at the Abundant Blessing Church in Mineral Spring, Providence, Rhode Island, North Providence to be specific.
No problem. Okay, so how long you been in this? I mean, not the pastoring, but getting involved, totally into politics, especially politics in Liberia. I went through the record on the NEC website. I saw that you ran before. Can you talk to us a little bit about your political beginning?
Yeah, so I have been in this process since 2010, and what really drew me into this was I really had no intention to get to this point, but being in Rhode Island after I finished my theological studies, I got involved in my community, Liberian community. But getting involved, I saw there were a lot of shenanigans going on. So, and I told myself, I said, look, if I'm preaching to these people and they are being taken advantage of, I should be the one speaking on their behalf. And someone told me, oh, no, you're Reverend, and just go preach the gospel. I said, no. I said, if you notice, every reformation or revival or change, mighty change that took place in human history have always begun with some man of God, some knowledge of God. You talk about Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, even the French Revolution and the American Revolution. They always have some spiritual implication. I said, so everywhere there has been change, there has always been some semblance of God and reverence of God toward his people. And I said the greatest social justice warrior we have was Jesus Christ. So that's why I said, no, I'm not going to say that, because that's why you politicians have used to keep people down. So I said no, and I began to fight for the people in Rhode Island. And during my fight, I realized that there were a lot of things going on. And in the process, my car was vandalized. But again, we still went on. And I told him, I said, look, if you did that to me, it's just tantamount to you destroying me or killing me in Liberia. We have laws in America. Why would you want to do that to my car? Only because I'm fighting you. So after my stand, there were about 6 elderly gentlemen in our community who came to me and said, Reverend Cuddy, we've never seen this in Rhode Island. We've not seen somebody fighting for us like that. So why don't you take it to the next level nationally? I told him, well, I was not thinking about that. But one thing I told him, I said, you are right, because we owe it to the people of Liberia, wherever we go, to make sure that the leaders we have treat our people right.
But Reverend, we got to push you a little bit, and we will. Let's just understand. Thank God for you. That's your faith. That's your belief, and to each his own. But let's talk about Liberia, though. You ran before. I saw that my brother Emmanuel George from ANC, by the way. Those that following up begin to say, man, is that another Alexander to take away from Mr. Cummings? Let me just put this. Let's try to just get it out of the way first, though. I'm going to recognize this person because Neil says Glycron, another Alexander again. They're ready to treat Cummings now for real. I see that Emmanuel is laughing, right? We had something similar to Appleton, and everybody say Appleton took Cummings' vote. You got to address this. I know you are not from, you are an independent party, right? Your party is your party. You're not with any other party, right?
Correct. Again, I was talking to someone with the Appleton issue. In the middle of the election, they did call us the political leaders, and I believe I was in one of the meetings. I think there was a duplicate. Appleton picture appeared twice on the ballot box. I think they were trying to see how they could fix it. Again, that might be a cost, but I'm not here to take.
No, you can't run away now because are you going to start with Emmanuel to say Appleton picture appeared twice? That's why he took Cummings' vote. That's what you are alluding to today.
No, I'm just I'm just putting that out there.
Did you see any ballot box that Appleton picture appeared twice? Did you see any?
Maybe they had to go, fix it and do other things, but we were notified.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
wow, Emmanuel. So maybe what you've been saying that true. You got a political leader here. Say Appleton picture appeared twice. But we'll leave that one alone.
I'm not saying it did, but we were notified that it did that there was some error prior to people casting their vote.
Who notified you? Who told you?
We met at the ministerial
complex.
Yeah.
So who told you?
I think folks from the NEC.
Oh wow, that's my first time hearing that. We went prior to the first round or the second round?
Prior to the first round.
Oh wow, so Cummings was notified also?
Well, so Cummings, President Weah, and President Barkite, they felt they were elite. So even when we had a debate, they did not even show up. So those are people who felt that they already had it. So in most of our meetings, I really did not see any of them. So just they just maybe categorize us as okay, those people. But
you guys were the helping verb, like Reverend Luther Tapper said. You guys were the helping verb, right?
Yeah, I think that saying is very derogatory. Without all, they would not be where they are today. And it's a sad thing that he will.
Let me ask my last two questions. The guys got to come in. It's going to be interesting. I got to like you already because it looked like you're fearless. Number one, you're accusing who? And who take responsibility of allowing Appleton to appear twice on the ballot? Who you think was responsible?
I'm not accusing anyone. Like I said, I know that happened. Maybe they corrected that. So I thought they would do that. They would make the correction. So when I voted,
Who did that, though? Who did it? You think who did it?
I really don't know. I mean, I can't. Again, I can do my research, but I really not do my research in that line. But I'm not afraid. If I find out, I will say it. I'm not really afraid.
Who did you didn't make it to the second round? Did you vote for any of the two party members that are making the second round?
Yeah, well, yeah. So we did put our hat behind President Barkite. And in fact, someone asked me, why did you do that? And I said, I can't remember the specific time, but President Barkite, VP Barkite then said that he realized that they squandered resources under Madam Sali's administration. So I really thought, I said, okay, at least he had acknowledged that, and he will do things differently when he gets in power. So I was like, it's good that the vice president realized that they squandered all these things. So when we put him there, he will fix it. He will not squander things. But it has turned out that he is even squandering a lot more than he talked about.
Oh, no. Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spoon Talk. We got the Reverend, the Honorable Alexander L. Dobakoti, the man from Lofa County, by the way, saying President Boakai is squandering even more. This is very shocking, but welcome to the Spoon Talk. Share the show. Let's get started. Like they say, let's get ready to rumble. Again, we want to say thank you very much, Reverend. It's good to have you here in studio. Reverend, you supported President Boakai. My last question then Emmanuel will come in. Wanto will join us. Kev Hassan, Gibson Jerry is coming on. Acid Dode is coming on. Everybody coming to give you help in answering the question. You supported President Boakai. You from Lofa County. Why now? You are not supporting him. Why now you campaigning against him? Why now you think that he's squandering more than any government ever existed in Liberia?
Yeah, so there is a principle. Again, those who know me, like I said earlier, I attended all these schools that I listed: Newport Junior High School, Monroe College. I'm sure people hearing know about me. I am very principled. I am respectful. I am relatable. I'm reliable. But above all, I take my integrity seriously. There are certain things I hold true. That is, if you're doing wrong repeatedly, then there's a problem with you. So what I see here, the Unity Party is doing so. If CDC did wrong, it does not mean that Unity Party can just do the same wrong and go scot-free. I'll give you an example. When President Weah was president, there were people who were in turning position that he was removing. Today, President Boakai is removing turning people like Emma Glasgow. He's doing the same thing that report did. You cannot do that. It means you don't respect the constitution of our country. It means you are someone who disrespects the people of Liberia. Because what holds us is the Constitution. So if you are doing things just violating the Constitution, that's not right. So that's another thing that he's doing. And plus, like I told Mr. George, we have existed over 200 years. We talk about ourselves, we have independence like 178 years old. Look at Rwanda. I was talking with some group of people that said, we were in the Civil War. I said, no. Rwanda had worse civil war than we did. When we were 115 CO, to give you a better perspective, a sentence. When we were 115 years, Rwanda was just being given birth to. Think about that. Over a century, 115 years. But they have surpassed us. Why? Do they have two heads? No. Do they have 4 arms? They are the same African as we are. They have the same mindset we have. But why are they moving ahead? Because people in our country, let me just get back again. When we're going through this whole thing here, again, I'm from a healthcare background. So all the healthcare thing you go about, there are 2 categories in healthcare. You have allopathic and you have homeopathic. So the allopathic healthcare will tell you when you have a headache, they give you, we call it Tylenol, but here it's called paracetamol. And so it's more about symptom control. So the symptom goes away, but your body is going through this continuous dysfunction. So on the other side of the other healthcare is homeopathic. So homeopathic will say, okay, you have a headache. Let's do a root cause analysis. It could be a tumor. It could be that you have a UTI causing that headache. You have a temperature. They will do some blood work and this and that, and they will treat that infection or whatever it is. If it's UTI, they will treat that. So now your body now has a continuous function. So we sat down and said, we want to get involved in the Liberian politics. So let's look at what's going on. So we're able to do our own thing, our own analysis. We realized 3 things. Number one, the leaders that have led this country for over these years, they are, number one, wicked people. Number two, they are insincere people. Number three, they are greedy people. There's a saying that says, it says sincerity is worthless if it is not based on truth. And we can even link that to President Boakai today, where as Mr. George and I were talking, the Unity Party has a history of not living up to the outside of the bargain. We saw with the CPP. We saw that when we joined them. Up to now, again, I'm not saying they because RNC wants job. They have not even given us any job. I was the first to endorse President Barker for the second round. They have not given us a job. Maybe they are afraid that my tough stand against corruption, they don't want to bring my people in. Well, if they are afraid of me, that I will expose them, then let them keep that job. I don't want job, but at least for the people who were in the trenches, give them something. So I'm withdrawing my support now.
Thank you very much. Not hold you there. I will let you to finish. Say you will join your support. Can you complete that, please?
Because number one, he is blatantly disobeying the Constitution. Number two, squandering resources. And number three, he's allowing people who are corrupt to go scot-free. I'll give you one common example. Mr. Charles Brown from I think he was chief inspector at Lands and Mines, the immigration boss, let him out. Even MCC boss, let him out. Now, where are those people? So termination does not mean punishment. You know, as a pastor, I can tell you, there's let
take a slow. I want us to be on track, Reverend. Thank you very much. Put all joke aside, let's discuss a serious issue. I want to bring you on, Emmanuel. You are hearing there's so many takeaway from what Reverend Corley just said, right? And let's just dive into it because it's very important. We are talking about the sitting president, 12 years, former vice president, right? President of the Senate for 12 years. These are indictment on President Bouakai. Then we will get all of the President Bouakai cycle and talk about other political leaders. Let's talk about this indictment he bringing on President Bouakai. Emmanuel, let's hear you.
Yeah, Reverend, again, good evening. Let me speak to my fellow panelists that have come on tonight. One to Kev, Mr. Juru, my brother from Grand Jide, and Asikdo. But Reverend, you raised some serious point. You are raising serious thing here tonight. So I think you are the second party or major party. Are you saying, because I would like the public to hear, are you saying that the Reform National Congress is withdrawing its support for the Unity Party-led government? Is that what you're saying tonight on this show? Am I hearing you clear?
Correct. The
Okay.
Reformers National Congress. And the reason for doing that, they have not really lived up to that's how the bargain. There are people who really went in the trenches. Just how they behave in the CPP, they want to do the same thing here. I mean, no wonder why the chairman is calling us helping verb. But far beyond that, we cannot have someone just going after people who are in tenure position. We cannot do that.
So Reverend, thank you. But I understand fully what you're saying. Now that you're withdrawing your support because of these things, if the Unity Party comes out tomorrow to say, look, you only have 4,398 votes, 8.2% of the voting population voted for you, so your support is not as how they call it, as important as other support, what would be your answer?
Well, I wouldn't have anything to say. I wouldn't be offended, but I can say this. When we took part in the election, we did it within 5 months. So the vote we got was just in 5 months. Because like I said earlier, I had a party and we had to go to court. So I had to withdraw, resign, and then start another process, go all around Liberia, recruit people. So in 5 months, we were able to get that amount of people. I think we did well. That's why we are starting early this time. And I can assure you, they can say whatever they want to say, but time will tell. So if we did that in 5 months, I think we'll do better.
So when you endorsed the Unity Party for the second round, was there any agreement between you and them that there were going to be power sharing, job sharing, or one that is making you so frustrated right now?
Yeah. So prior to this whole thing, there were 14 political parties. We met and we signed a memorandum of agreement that whoever came second to CDC that party will have our support, our endorsement. But if you remember, when UP had their rally, I think it rained so much that at that time, but so many people show up, so they really felt they had it all wrapped up. So the next day, they went and withdrew themselves from that agreement. So we're now 13 and now 14 because they took themselves out. So after the first round, they did not go anywhere, and then they reached back to us. In fact, it was done through Madame Beslow, Sarah Yanti. She called us again, and we met at the Cape Hotel. And it was Mr. Kabakoli. It was then Senator Cohn, who is now Vice President, and what's his name? I think Mr. Kofi Woods, I believe. Yeah, those are the three that were there. They met with us. We were told that President Barker had to travel to Ghana for some emergency. So we met with them, and we were told that they will give us some position to the party. So they will give the parties at that place position in the government. In fact, when I came out of there, I was the first to endorse President Barker. Mo Ali can even attest to that. I
just want to emphasize this, and then the next person may ask you the question. So there was a meeting held at Cape Hotel. Is that what you're saying? There was a meeting held at Cape Hotel with the Unity Party officials, and 14 of you, 13 other political parties were offered. If you support the Unity Party, your party was going to be offered a position in government.
Correct.
So which position were you given?
It was not really specified which one that will be given. It was not specified. Like, again, for me, I was more of, well, it's time that this man who have realized that they squander resources, he's going to get in and fix it. I was more about him getting into power to fix things. So I did not really want any job. I just wanted a job for the people who were in the trenches. So there was nothing really specific offered to me. And I was not really in it for any specifics, but that was the agreement.
Thank you. I think Stanton is on the phone, so you can come in if you have a question.
Great. Reverend, it's a very great pleasure seeing you.
Thank you. Same here.
It's also very interesting that you are in Liberia, which is very, very nice. I think my key question.
Thanks to Stanton for allowing me to use his studio. Thank you, sir.
I think my question is beyond justify is very interesting. You said the government failed to live up to this promise. I like to ask specifically, are there areas that you can be able to point out, because we want to make this conversation more visible? What are your views on some of the failures of government?
I'm sorry?
Your views specifically on the failures of government. You said the government failed to live up to these promises. So I'm sure you have some specifics that you can be able to point to.
So, again, I'm from the healthcare area. So healthcare is very paramount to me. Today, JFK is almost like a supermarket. It's a sad thing. Mm-hmm. Years ago, JFK used to be one of the top hospitals in West Africa. Just not too long ago, you probably heard, I think somebody fell off and died because they were trying to escape JFK and how they detain these people. Why would we want to live like that? In fact, I heard a story about this Fula man who took his family to JFK, and the guy was deceased. So when he went, he was very distraught, crying and everything. The person said, "Well, you can't take your body until you pay $150,000 plus $75." The Fula man said, "Okay, you can keep him eating." Again, this is 2025. Why is the government wasting time on other things? A healthy nation is a wealthy nation. Let me tell you, the old man and they will go say that Bonnie if they are healthy. They will go do that thing if they are healthy. But right now, Liberia is almost like a death den. You get small sickness if you don't care. And then the same people who are in power, when they get sick, they run out of here. We can't allow that. That's a catastrophic failure. Mm-hmm. We need to address, look at education. Not too long ago, I think we saw that boy. He was threatening on social media when they asked him, "What do you want to become when you graduate from high school?" He said, "Liberia will decide." I mean, we all saw that. I mean, how can you say other people saying, "I want to become a medical doctor, I want to become a sociologist, I want to become an engineer"? When you got to him, he said, "Liberia will decide." In effect, he was right. Liberia will decide because you can do all your plan. When you get out, no money. You're sick. Your parents can't afford it. So in effect, Liberia is deciding your destiny. And I think it's wrong. We should change it. We've existed for too long. Let me give you another perspective. When we were 113 years old, Nigeria was just being given birth to. When we were 110, Ghana was just being given birth to. Take that for, so just suppose Liberia to Ghana today. Take Liberia, just suppose that to Ghana. And look at the year we have existed. I was driving on the Ralphie Highway today. I said, 20 years ago, this place was like a bush. Because I used to go to the Baptist seminary. It was like bush everywhere. So I was like, so these people, these leaders, they will go places, they travel and see all these beautiful places. They come back home and they are wicked people. So why would we continue to give these wicked people power? Bureaucrats. Baka had been in government for 40 years. He's a bureaucrat. You think Baka will be able to prosecute somebody who have done corruption? He feels beholden to them. They are all in the same group. We don't need a bureaucrat to run Liberia. We've tried over and over. They have failed. So to answer your questions, there are several areas in education, in healthcare. Again, President Baka is saying for the first time, Liberia will have an overhead bridge in their country. What a shameful statement to make. I mean, we've existed for 170 years, and for the first time we're having overhead. Overhead should not even be something you should be boasting about. So there are lots of things.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just really impressed by how you lay out your argument specifically. I think my last question is on. Obviously you endorse Baka the second term. Do you regret that position currently?
Considering what is transpiring,
yes.
So let me tell you something, and we're talking about. In fact, somebody asked me and said, when you take over, what are you going to change in terms of law, the drugs and young people? I said, we already have good laws on the books. Why can't we just enforce them? But what we see in Baka government today is scaring us. I think some time ago, again, I would say alleged, because I don't know the whole detail. There was something about his son and drugs thing. Okay, where has that gone? And recently, there was another guy called in 1010, a musician who was arrested. He's been dealt with while the man's son, if it is true, his son is gone scot-free. There should be no one above the law. So with all these things, I'm not happy. I'm very disappointed. So to answer your question, I am very disappointed that he will allow those close to him to go scot-free, and the poor man out there could be dealt with. Termination is not punishment. Like I said, the Bible says in Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11, it says, if you don't punish sin quickly, you are saying it is okay to sin more. Sin needs to be punished, and that's why the word justice. Let me just say something. We all say, oh, Lady Justice is blind. No, Justice is not blind. She is blindfolded. She is not blind, she is blindfolded. Those are two different things. The Lady Justice is not blind. The Lady Justice is blindfolded, meaning she chose intentionally. It's about intention. She intentionally blindfolded herself. That means I can see my son. If my son is caught in drug dealing, I will deal with my son. If my friend is caught in doing drugs, I will deal with that friend. If my colleagues, my partisans, if they are caught in something illegal, I will deal with them because blindfolded. I'm not blind, but blindfolded.
Sure, thank you. I think that's two of the questions that I have, and the other panelists will definitely take it from.
Is it Isaac or
Yeah,
No, it's gonna be Kev.
I can go if you want me to go.
Yeah, please go
Yeah,
ahead.
I see you close to me now, so go ahead, Isaac. It's Isaac, Kev, then Gibson, and then Babyface.
Gibson can be loud. I can pick you on the show. No problem. So, Reverend Alexander, nice talking to you. I just want to start off by
Same here.
asking you if you know what you are putting yourself into. I ask this question because, Reverend, the Unity Party is a vicious party full of arrogance. The Unity Party attacks anyone that disagrees with them anyway. The Unity Party fabricates crime on anyone that disagrees with them. And I was listening to you talk about the issue of bargaining. We were fortunate to have been in a space where we knew what was going on during the time of the campaign. One thing that I can state, though, is the Unity Party also went into an agreement with the Muslims, for instance, where they promised that Liberia will have a Muslim holiday. President Bouazizi himself. I'm saying it because I was aware, I was within, and I was very close with those who the negotiations were having to. They promised the Muslim that there will be a Muslim holiday. They also promised the Muslim that some imams will be on government payroll. Those things we knew would never have been possible, though. But they still went ahead and said it because they wanted the people to vote for them. Now you are here expressing your disagreement. Reverend, are you ready for what will come from the Unity Party? Because it will surely come. That's my first question. Are you ready?
So, like I was saying earlier, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I have some right my throat. Like I said earlier, in the Americas, the toughest, I would say the craziest Liberian community in all Americas, Rhode Island. And I stood up to them. Again, so this is it. And I'm not really afraid of anybody. I'm in this thing because I want to bring redemption to my country. If they want to resort to violence or whatever it means, we have laws. The law will take care of itself. Will take care of them. But I'm not intimidated by anyone. I think I believe God has called me to rise to this occasion for our young people. You know, we talk about manifesto and other things. So we just need to do what is right. If we do what is right, everything will fall in its place. We've been too afraid and acquiescing to other people. That's why this country is behind. You know, when we say, oh, that corruption be Liberia. No, corruption will never build something. It destroys. Corruption degrades. Corruption sets people back. I mean, look at us, man. We're over a century years old. We don't have a fitting thing. Corruption, and we can't even deal with one person. But if we set an example, it will change. So again, to answer the question, I know what I'm getting involved in. I need to tell you that I am aware. But we can't all be afraid of what's ahead of us or who they are and allow our country to just be in ruin. We cannot do that. If I would be whatever, let's so be it, but I will not be afraid. I will speak my mind. I've always done that. And people who know me, they will tell you, I've always spoken my mind. I believe if I'm preaching the word of God, I should be someone who is above reproach, someone who is not afraid of anyone else. It is only God who can, do whatever He wants to do. I'm not afraid of anyone, but I would do what is right for this nation. I would stand up for this nation, especially for the young people. For the young people, I did not have that opportunity growing up. But I told someone, I said, Liberia gave birth to me. It is time that I gave birth to a new Liberia, and that's what I'm fighting to do.
Well, thank you. And my last question to the people listening to us and on the show, we wouldn't be surprised to hear a few days, weeks, or months from now that you committed a certain crime and the government is going after you. Because surely I
Again,
know there would
let
be
me say,
some fabrication or something somewhere.
yeah,
That's
and
the
that's why
United
I
Party.
don't want government job.
Right.
I
That's
don't
the
want government
well,
job.
the
Nobody
United
say
Party,
for
the
me.
even in the church, they will come in the church and bring crime there to say
Okay,
certain crime
by
will
the
come in
grace
there.
of God,
So the
by the
United
grace of
Party
God,
is a party that we all know.
by the
but
grace of God, I have been able to be above reproach by the grace of God. So they can
but
come and say whatever. That's okay.
right. But my last question: you supported President Boakai. I want to suspect that the reason for your support was on the basis that President Boakai has been around forever. So he may have understood the nitty-gritty of politics, of taking care of the country, of doing the right thing. It is my own assumption. That's why you decided to support him.
No,
Oh, President Boakai has been president now for 2 years. And you have been more than shocked by his level of performance. I want you to tell us, why do you think President Boakai should never again be considered for the presidency of our country based on his performance, as you have seen?
You know, so not long ago, they were saying, "Oh, the man building roads and the man doing this, the man doing that." So I said, if I came here and I said, "Oh, I provided food for my children," or I put clothes on their bags, and I did this for my children, would you be impressed? No, because that's that's my responsibility. We didn't put him there to sleep. We put him there to do the job. So if he's building roads, that's what we put him there to do. You know, so we're not ready. I did not really vote for him based on his experience, you know, or whatever, how long he been off. In fact, to me, that was like a disadvantage. It was a disadvantage to me. His tenure in government was a disadvantage. I mean, from my point of view, because this man being in government for over 40 years, what did he do to really help this country? You know, so I did not.
But Reverend, sorry that I'm back and forth. Yet still, you're asking those questions. You voted for him.
Yes.
He's been there over 40 years. You asked him what did he do then? What have he done? But you voted for him.
Yeah, I voted because
I want to ask a unique question. Do you regret your vote?
Oh yeah, I have said that over and over. I do, because
you consider yourself putting us in a situation that we can't handle now, right?
Well, you know, I'm not God to see the future. So we make, you know, we trust that people will be who they say they are, but over time, again, like I said, based on his track record, we can't trust him anymore. I will not trust him anymore because he was not trustworthy.
Have you ever spoken to President Boakai?
No, I have not. I really have not seen
speak to him, and you supported him.
Yeah, well, so again, there were a lot of things, and I said one of the things that really stuck to me was that he at least admitted that they squander resources. So, you know, they always talk about in resolution. If you can, the first thing is you must admit that you either done wrong or you have a problem or some other things. That admission is very important in any conflict resolution or even recovery. So once you admit, so when I heard that, I said, okay, so it's sad that in our country today, the Liberian people have turned Liberia into a two political party system. You know, for over 20 years, over 2 decades now. Almost.
We'll get it, Reverend. You before we go to Gibson, you a political party. You have people supporting you. You were leading the troop. And you know, as a political party leader, you were never ever given the chance to sit with Ambassador Boakai at the time, former vice president, but yet instead you cast your vote for him. So there was nothing to expect differently, though, because you got what you deserve, right?
I would agree with you, but you know,
You're from Lofa, right?
Yeah. Oh, I'm from Lofa. In fact, a big shout out to my boys.
After the first round, former President George Manneh was in the lead. Why vote for George Weah, support George Weah, but instead you went for Bwaga. Only because he was from Lofa, your uncle. Why you decided to go with Bwaga instead of George Weah? What made George Weah to be at the time that you never wanted him?
Yeah, so George Weah is not a bad person. He's a very decent man. Again, I don't know him personally, but from what I see, I think he's a decent man. I think he's a nice person. The mistake President Weah made was he surrounded himself with bad people. He probably had a good message, but the messengers were not good people. And so, in fact, if you notice, we all voted for President Weah overwhelmingly the first time we put him in power. I mean, it was very historic. Because we saw a man from Gibraltar, a man who ate Gary like us, a man who played in the sand. So we could really relate to this guy. So we really thought this man was bringing hope and change for us, And so, and I'm sure he could have done that, But again, he had to be taught a lesson, and that is true to me today. If I were to ascend the presidency, and I begin to go astray, the Liberal people will teach me a lesson. They will kick me out.
So you were teaching George Weah a lesson?
I would think so, because
so you didn't support Joseph Bwaga with all of your heart, then you were doing it just to teach George Weah a lesson.
Well, so there were a few factors. President Weah, again, I said he was a decent man, surrounding himself with bad people, and so even though he was taught a lesson, that was not the intention. The intention was that we had the lesser of two evils. So concerning the lesser of two evils, at least one of them admitted that the reason why the Liberal went backward a little bit was the squander resources. So from my point of view, I said, well, if this man can admit to this, that was my primary reason for voting for President Bwaga. It was not
right now. President Bwaga and George Weah, who are the lesser of two evils?
Well, at the time,
this time today, who you consider lesser of two evil today?
Well, they are both evil. Who will consider that?
Equally?
I would say, because the reason why I'm saying this is that I think President Weah served 6 years. President Bwaga is still he may surpass President Weah, but as of now, I would say they are equal, even though he has gone 2 years. So let's give him 6 years. He might surpass him, or he might,
Will you ever vote for President Bwaga again?
If I were to come to that level, well, he has not proven himself committed to me.
Gibson.
Like I told you, like I said earlier, they say sincerity is worthless if it is not based on truth. So if you dealt with me first and you were insincere, I don't care how truthful you are. If it is not based on that truth, I can't deal with you anymore because you've given me.
Thank you very much, Reverend. I'm going to bring Gibson in. Reverend, the show got interesting, man. Listen, we're going to bring everything out today. I'm kind of surprised. A nephew to Joseph Yimam Bwaga, now distancing yourself. You are from Lofa. You supported Joseph Yimam Bwaga, though you never met him. You didn't see him at the time, but you supported him and you call him the lesser of two evil. But now you are telling Liberians that Joseph Bwaga is doing worse than what former President George Manneh Weah ever did. But now you also said George Manneh Weah is a decent man.
Yeah, I mean, he's, looking at who he is, I think he just made mistakes based on people around him. But again, I'm saying right now that I'm withdrawing my support from President Bwaga, but he could change as of now. So even in terms of somebody will tell me, "Oh, will you collaborate with people?" It's early for collaboration, but
we will get that. This is your show, and we want to talk more about RNC, your political party, and see what you're going to bring to the table. Let me bring in my brother Gibson Jerry. Ladies and gentlemen, share the show continuously. Let's make progress, brother Gibson.
Good evening, everyone. My man George, Kev, my man T, and welcome brother colleague.
But first of all, when you were introducing yourself, I was saying, yeah, you got Reverend and Honorable. Reverend is earned. Honorable is not earned. Who said you are honorable?
Well, I did not. I would prefer the Reverend because that's who I am. That's what I have been ordained to do. Honorable, I think it's just other people trying to maybe honor me. I mean, I don't.
But who said that? Who would try to honor you?
I think I'm honorable. I think I'm very honorable. I have conducted myself very well in the community. People, I'm very respectful to people. I have lived my life above reproach. So I don't have to be called honorable, but I am very honorable. I can say that.
Okay. I mean, I've been chosen today. Some Unity Party people say I should be a surrogate for them today. In my first round, I'll be a Unity Party surrogate. Is that okay with you? So
That's
let me see. If we get, when you had a meeting with President Bouaka and others, you were Reverend already, correct?
President Bouaka was in the meeting.
Not with him.
But before you make a choice of Bouaka, you were already a Reverend.
Yes, I have been, and I was.
Did you consult your God? Did you consult your God?
Do you? Not everything you do that you just have to pray about other things. So there are.
So you didn't pray. You didn't pray that God should direct you as a Reverend to support Joseph Bouaka. You didn't pray. You just made a decision.
So this is it. It's not that you have to pray as you go on to do other things. So you can wake up in the day and you commit a day to God. So as you make decisions, the Bible says, "Sons of God are led by the Spirit of God."
So did the Spirit of God lead you?
In choosing President Bouaka?
Yes.
Well, so this is it. I wouldn't say the Spirit of God led me, because let me tell you,
so you are not led by the Spirit of God. You are Reverend. Why did you do things out of the Spirit of God? You are Reverend.
Because he's a man also.
So this is it.
Man. Because he's a man. He walk in the flesh. He sleep in the flesh. He speak in the flesh. No, Reverend. We pass on that question. You don't have to answer that question. You don't have to answer that question, Reverend. You don't have to answer. God said, let us create man in our own image. But remember now, man was created from dust. And for God to understand, for us to understand God better, God had to come down on earth in human form. So he is a man.
Okay, let me ask my first question, Reverend.
No, sorry, Reverend.
I'm very curious. Reverend, the reason I'm very curious, and Reverend and undeclared Reverend Stanton has actually preached to us here. I have a little issue here as a Unity Party surrogate on this show today. You made a choice to support a man. You just stated that the man has then made 2 years. It's possible that he will do good. Why don't you wait until 6 years before you make a decision, or 5 years before you make a decision not to support him? Is this thing about hatred?
So that's what I said. Based on as of now, I even said it's possible I could change. I'm not God. I'm not set in my ways. But what I see now is what I'm talking about.
But you're not even behaving like a God's servant. You made decision without consulting the Holy Spirit. You made decision without praying about it. Why keep bringing God into this thing? You haven't consulted God at all in your activities.
Well, if I didn't consult God to choose him, then why should I consult God to withdraw?
Which means you are lying to God, or God is lying to you. Who is lying?
I didn't tell God I was doing something on his behalf. Did I ever say that? I didn't tell you I was doing something on God's behalf.
I'll come to my second round. I'll hold on a little bit.
Sorry, but that's very interesting, though.
Maybe you said, but I never told you I was doing something on God's behalf. I never said that.
Kev.
Okay. Hello, let me say hi to you, Rev. Yeah, if I hear you clear, you stated that President Joseph Iman Boakai, you said that he's a bureaucrat and and most of them are wicked and he's a wicked guy. You stand by that word?
Yes.
You stand by that word that, and this current president, Joseph Iman Boakai, is a wicked man. Wow.
Well, so this is it. I'm saying over the years, our country has now gone forward because it has been held by wicked people. Based on our analysis, if you eat money that belongs to 5 million people, that's wickedness. If you eat money that's going to go to provide healthcare for people, that's wickedness. If you subvert justice to people who need to have it, that's wickedness. If you try to take people out of turning position where the Constitution forbid that, that's wickedness. So wickedness, I think, maybe based on, I'm not talking about the murdering people. So wickedness could have categories. There are a lot of people here who have medication, like I just told you. The guy fell down from JFK because he was trying to escape. He fell down and died. Why made him to try to escape and not come out the right way? Because healthcare in Liberia today is almost like a privileged thing, and like creating Liberia to become a death den. We cannot allow that. Why would us be living in 2025 and people go? So that's wickedness. If you're trying to subvert what belongs to people, that's wickedness.
So are you saying all the promises Joseph Iman Boakai made to the Liberian people, talking about children will not be selling on the streets, not riding private jets, all the promises, and he going against it? That's what you mean he's a wicked man because he lied to the people. Am I correct?
So there's a problem we have in Liberia, and we're trying to fix it as we go forward. I was just talking to someone earlier. We have this thing in Liberia when the moment you want to run for office. I don't know who created that thing. Oh, what have you done? What have you done? And the simple who asking that question, I will answer the question. The simple who asking that question, you ask them, what did President Sedi do that you voted for her? Nothing. What did Joe Williams do? You voted for him? Nothing. What did President Boakai do? You voted for him? Nothing. But this is it. There's a word, the word vote comes from a Latin word called votum. So in the biblical context, it was the same word that was used to cast lot for the replacement of Judas Iscariot. And it's that same context that I use in Christian principle, where when they say, give, it shall be given to you, good measure. So we need to teach our people to look at manifestos and not political parties. The manifesto will tell you what you will do for the people. So it should be, what will you do for me? And not what have you done? So it's not a list of accomplishments. It's called manifesto for a reason. But for some reason, Liberian people have not gotten to that point of understanding or fighting for that. So Boakai will come and make, I will do this, I will do that. If it's not in the manifesto, he's not even going to do that. So if it is there, he said, I'm going to give you my vote. That's where that context of votum comes from. You go to the children of Israel and say, you do this for me, and I will do that for you. It's from that background today we're talking about votum. So the Liberian people need to understand, when we come and say, okay, you give me a vote, I would do this and do that, not I'll get $20 or you say in the future. So President Boakai came and said, oh, I will do this, I will do that. We're holding responsible because he needs to fulfill his part of the bargain. People are giving him votes. They voted for him, So, and that's why we in a sovereign nation, every citizen has equal rights to the vote. So one person then comes to, okay, we're all going to give you our vote, and you become, in legal terms, it's called power of attorney. So the president is, I'm sorry?
No, I said thank you. Let allow him to. We're trying to bring a lot of questions, so we want you to just,
Okay, yeah. So the president, in effect, we're telling him, we're giving our vote that you become our power of attorney. So if the power of attorney is not doing what he has to do for us, then we got to replace him.
Okay, because basically, I was asking you some of his most of his promises that he going against right now. He not fulfilling his promises. So I was asking you on that line that you calling him a wicked man because based on those promises that he did not fulfill so far.
Yeah, well, if someone told you, say, I will do this for you, and did not do it, and their lack of doing that causing you harm or causing you ill health, that's wickedness.
Okay.
If someone promised to do something for you, and their lack of doing that thing causing your children not to go to school, or your children to be deprived of certain things that you should be entitled to as a citizen of this nation, that's wickedness.
Okay, thank you.
T, let's bring you in. T, welcome to the show.
Very good. So, Rabbi,
yes, sir.
I don't.
T, we don't have patience for your. Nobody touching you. Nobody muting you. T, them are 200. Nobody muting you.
Can you hear me?
In and out. I can't hear you now. I can't hear him.
You are muted again.
T, I mean, they say on the show just to waste our time, my man.
Okay, you are muted. You are not muted.
Rabbi,
Can't hear you.
hello, Rabbi.
How are you, sir?
Nobody hearing me?
You are hearing you. Go ahead.
I'm doing good.
You're very tired. And you go join you little party. You're very tired. Like, reason why when you join you little party, funny thing will happen to you. I mean, nobody touching them at 200. Why would I beat you in the ICU? Just go out and come back in. Go out and come back in.
Rabbi, okay, yeah. Rabbi, my first question is, are you contemplating running for president in 2029?
Certainly.
You contemplating running for president? Okay. You made a lot.
He's not
of
contemplating. He said he's running. He's not thinking about it. He finished thinking about it. He said he's running 2029.
I ran before. I'm just doing it again.
Right. Right. So I'll make my questions very short so the answers can be sweet. You made a lot of contradictory statements here tonight. I will cite 3. And it just takes me back to the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 21, about the separation of church and state. And I think that's exactly the reason. And the question that my dear brother asked here, Gibson, and then Stan had to come in, this is where the problem comes in. Contradiction number 1. You said just 20 years ago, driving on the Ralphie Highway where I live, the whole area was bush. Today it's no longer bush. But you said the government is not undertaking developmental projects. You said Boaca is not punishing crimes or corruption. Yet we got Suakoko and other government officials that Boaca demanded their resignation only on the basis of accusation. And then also here, when it comes to your decision to support Boaca in the 2023 runoff election, it wasn't clear whether or not you prayed. In my mind, the idea that you as a reverend who is supposed to consult God before making decisions, the idea that you can help us get a president, and in 2 years' time, you change your mind, it makes people like myself and many other Liberians to think that you are not a reliable decision maker. You really are not reliable because you just helped us get a president. Now we stuck with him for 6 years. Then you come back and say, actually, I made a mistake. Only 2 years, you made a mistake. Which takes us back to whether you are consulting God and getting words from him. So I have another question for you, Reverend. During the 2023 election, the runoff election, you said that George Weah was, Boaca was the lesser of 2 evils. That's what you said. Lesser of 2 evils. Now, You are comparing Boaka's 2 years to Weah's 6 years. You are already determined that they are equal. What makes them equal in terms of what the yardstick you determine to use that the wrong or evil or crime committed by George Weah in 6 years is the same thing. It's equivalent to the wrong that you claim that Boaka has committed in 2 years. What measurement criteria you use?
Okay, so let me say this. You're looking at quantity. I'm not looking at quantity. Before I started, I told you I'm a man of principle. If you lie to me 1 time or 10 or 100 times, 1 time lie is equal to 100 times. So I believe in principle. If someone came and removed somebody from power or turn your position and you did the same thing, it's equal. If you lie to Liberian people and the other person lies to Liberian people, it's the same thing. You're looking at quantity. That's not my point. I'm looking at the principle involved. Secondly, when I talk about the highway being improved, most of the horses on Route 50 Highway, government did not build the horses. It was not government building. I'm talking about building. So they could build a road. It would still be a lot of forest or bush. So I'm talking about the development, other people building other things. That's what I'm talking about. So you may be looking at, and then let me just say something. You quoted Matthew chapter 24. The idea of governance, where did it come from?
22.
Okay, yeah, no.
Matthew 22.
Okay, I'm not specific with the passage. I'm saying, who did the idea of governance come from?
The idea of governance?
Correct. It came from God.
Oh, yeah.
So, but you politicians want to take God out of the politics. And that's the reason why when things go bad, where do you go? To the church. So do not take God out of politics. The American people, when they say separation of church and state, it's not to take a church out of politics. A man recognizing a specific religion. You can never take God out of politics. One of the names of God is King of Kings. Is King a political title or?
Thank you very much, Steve. We got to move on. T, thank you very much for your question. The Reverend Alexander Double Colley. Well, what are you saying, T?
So my point here is Reverend just cited his reason for equating Boaka 2 years of wrong to Weah 6 years of wrong. I am saying that people like me think that the Reverend cannot be true because Reverend campaigned that Boaka is a good man. Now that he's saying that Boaka is not a good man, should we call him a liar? You just told he was a good man. That's my last question.
He's human. So if I have a standard, like I told you, I'm very principled. So if I consider you to be a good man, and I say, oh, he's a good man. If you change to be a bad man, I'll call you bad man as well. So it does not mean I'm lying. It just means I'm just calling you as who you are. You know. So and you're looking at the quantity. So if the man, let me ask you a question. So one decision Boaka could make could cause a lot of Liberians to be dead. One decision. And President Weah maybe he made hundreds of decisions and maybe 2 persons die. So I'm not looking at quantity, I'm looking at the principle involved. So even talking about resignation earlier, if Boaka is just taking people to resign, resignation is not equivalent to punishment. You should know that. We all know that. If the man is accused of being corrupt, we have a legal system. I just told you the little justice is not blind. He's blindfolded. Take the man there, let the justice system have its course, or let justice have its course. And then if the man is found guilty, then the penalty will be whatever it is. If they want to confiscate his properties, do that.
Thank you very much, Reverend Alexander Colley from Rhode Island. We appreciate you joining us today. Reverend, let's talk about your political party, the RNC. Again, it's so important that we are talking about your Reformers National Congress, RNC. Reverend, who's your party chairman?
His name is Mr. Daniel Deshid.
Okay. Daniel Deshid from where? Liberia? Is he here? Is he based in Liberia?
Oh no, he's he's here. He lives here.
Well, we're talking about Liberia or the US?
No, Liberia. My base is in Liberia. I'm just a product of Rhode Island. My base is in Liberia.
Which one of the opposition party you feel comfortable collaborating with?
So when it comes to collaboration, this is what I say. I'm all for Liberia first. I'm all for seeing Liberia head in the right direction. So even as Baka, we talk about Baka or President Weah or whomever, we have, it could be CDC, it could be UP, it could be LPP, it could be NLP, it could be ALL, it could be LPP. We could all form a collaboration. But this is what I tell people: I will form a collaboration with whomever that will seek the interest and the well-being of Liberia. If you heard me talking earlier, I'm more of a manifesto person. The RNC, we have a few manifestos. We want to promote better education, affordable healthcare. We want to talk about improvement in salary, the environmental, protection. Let me just deal with that.
We don't have enough time. We'll bring it back again, but let's use the time that we have. Which one of the political party, the opposition political party, you think you can collaborate with now?
Yeah, so I have always said that. I said, well, at this point, again, I'm not joining this race to just collaborate.
You cannot win. You cannot win as a party alone with former National Congress. You cannot win alone. You must collaborate right now. Which party you think you are comfortable picking up the phone right now to talk to the political leader?
Anyone that seeks the interest of Liberia.
Which party is seeking the interest of Liberia right now to you as an opposition?
Like I was saying, I'm in position to lead. Because the connotation of opposition is to just go against what people do bad. No, so I'm in position to help, to lead. So opposition has a bad connotation because it's like, whatever the person does, you just oppose it.
Reverend, I see that you're trying to dodge the question. You have the ANC, and let me help you. Political leader Alexander Cummings. You have the ALP, Mr. Bandai Ure. Hold on, Reverend. I'm going to name it to you. Maybe you want me to. You have ARCO, Lieutenant Kamara, sir. You have CDC, who is in opposition now, but the former President George Manneh Weah. You have Musa Hassan Bedete, CMC, and so many other parties. Which one of these political leaders you're comfortable right now? You're selling yourself to the Liberian people you think you can do business with to help change Liberia?
I just listed about almost 6 or 7 political parties. And I can go on and name them. I'm comfortable with all of them. My only condition is put Liberia first. So when the time comes, we'll look at the manifesto.
Which one of these political parties not putting Liberia first?
For 178 years, look where we are. Did they put Liberia first?
Is ANC putting Liberia first? Since you've been hearing about Mr. Cummings, do you think Mr. Cummings have the mind, the interest? Reverend, you will answer this question. Do you think Mr. Cummings, 2017, 2023, and up to today, his person are putting Liberia first?
So I will focus on myself, my party, and moving my party forward. I love Mr. Cummings. He's a good man. I interacted with him a few times in Maryland, USA. I think he's a decent man, but my focus is not on any other people. My focus
so you cannot answer what Mr. Cummings. Gibson, can you write this down? You cannot answer whether Mr. Cummings is the man to put Liberia first. Your people listen to you. You got to be more forceful. If you think that you have opposition, answer Mr. Cummings, it means that you don't trust Mr. Cummings, do you?
So Stanton, so like I said, so we just starting this whole process. I will interact.
No. You ran 2023 and you just started. Don't do this.
5 months.
2023.
Yeah,
no,
5 months.
Reverend, that's when we got to squeeze you. Do you think Mr. Cummings is the man that you can work with to make Liberia great again?
So I did not say I cannot work with him. I can work. He's a decent man. I can work with him.
Forget the decency. Everybody decent in their own way. We'll talk about Liberia here. Do you think Mr. Cummings is that man? Do you think Mr. Cummings, though he have not won election in Liberia, but yet and still, you think that you can trust him, you can work with him, and he's there to make life? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so again, I have not interacted with Mr. Cummings. He has not really given me any platform or to convince me or talk to me or do other things. Again, as time goes on, I will interact with people. So I will come back and I may answer that question maybe the next time.
Do you think George, we are coming back the second time, you can trust him to make Liberia great again? Can you work with George Manneh, the former president?
Again, my vote is not the only vote to make him president. So the Liberian people will decide. But for now,
all this year about Liberian people deciding, they listen to you. You got huge follower, Reverend. What I'm saying is that you cannot come on spot and dodge the question. You have to set yourself apart from the rest of the other political leaders. And the question, you got to be sincere.
Yeah,
Do you think former president should come back? Do you think that people should consider him?
Well, again, if you were to ask me personally, if somebody was given a job to do and did not do it right, if they did it right, I'm sure he would have remained. But just for the fact that he was removed, they were not happy about his performance. So again, things happen everywhere in the world. Look at President Trump. This is not America.
Do you think former president should come back in the race? The people should vote for him.
President, I don't think so. That's just my opinion. I would say because then why did you remove him?
You said they were removing him to teach him a lesson. You think he have learned?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Again, my mind. I don't think for all Liberians. That's just what I thought.
I'm saying about you and your party. You think former president have learned? They have taught him enough lesson now. Should he come back? Should the people consider him?
Personally, I don't think so. But again, I'm here to work on my party, to move my party forward in the right direction, to make
You couldn't answer directly when it came to Mr. Cummings. You were very blunt and say you will join your support from President Joseph Yema Boakai. You don't think he's been sincere. You say personally you don't think that George Manneh should come back, but Mr. Cummings, you couldn't answer the question. Let's talk about Musa Hassan Belete. Let's talk about the other guys got to come in, Reverend. The people listen to you. People turn it in. Then we know where your heart is. You were very, very off when it came to Mr. Cummings. You didn't answer directly, but you were blunt when it came to Joseph Yema Boakai and former President George Manneh. Let's talk about Musa Hassan Belete. What's your take on him?
Again, he's a Liberian. I have not really interacted with these people because I have been focused on building my party.
You have heard about them. You are seeing the work. It doesn't have to be the personal interaction or phone call. What do you think about Musa Hassan Belete?
I come from a different background. To really, especially at this point, like my brother was talking about me accepting endorsing President Boakai. So there are a lot of things I decided to do differently. So this time, I will have to interact with people. Hopefully, I will interact with all the political leaders so that when the time comes to endorse any of them, I will do that, not only with prayer, but knowing from a first-hand experience. So for President
Have you
Boakai,
read anything about CMC political leader Musa Belete? Have you read anything? Do you know him? Do you know the man they call Musa Belete?
I know of him.
Okay.
I have used his radio station several times, even the radio station. I'm sure he's a well-meaning Liberian. He has, helped people. I've heard people who have been helped by him.
What's his position right now in the country?
What's that?
What's his position right now in the country?
He represented from Nimba.
Okay. He's running to be president 2029. He's a political leader of CMC. Do you think?
Yeah, I know that. He's the political leader of CMC.
Exactly, but you're trying to swerve this thing. So what do you make of his decision to run? Do you think that people can trust him, that people should support him?
So I won't, like I said, I can't decide for the Liberian people. I'm here to make
As
a case for the
political
RNC.
leader, you are telling them, you are encouraging them, you are convincing them. Do you think the people should give Musa a chance?
So they should give me a chance because I'm here
What
to.
make you different from Musa? What make you and your party different from Musa?
Good. So we are different in our manifesto, in our love for this nation. Again, I can't speak to how much we love this nation. There are a lot of things that we have done for this nation. We fought for this nation. We've stood for this nation, even outside of Liberia. All the things that we have done. Again, we as a political party, our goal is to bring about reformation. We realized that for too long, this country has been headed in the wrong direction. So it's about time that we come in and turn things around. Being a reformer is not to abolish what has already been established, but to improve on it. The healthcare system. Again, I'm a healthcare practitioner. That is somewhere I look forward to improving. Whether our people will not be living a debt then. He may have his manifesto different. Education. One of the, I think it was Mr. George who asked me why I was moving up and down, because my parents were very poor. I had to go live for people who would send me to school. So I had to move here and there. So I don't really know what it means.
I asked a question before Emmanuel George come in. You say you fought for Liberia. How did you fight for Liberia?
No, what I meant to say for the Liberian people. Like I'll just say that it was because of that today I'm in a race.
What kind of program do you have in the country today? What kind of program do you have?
We have. So we have we provided over 200 scholarships to people. We have provided healthcare assistance to people all across this country. We have provided materials to farmers across this country. In fact, as I speak now, we have a scholarship from India. And in fact, the president from the institution came here, and they were on Truth FM, where it's free, 4 years scholarship. All you need to do is to transport yourself there and to pay for, I think, a one-time room and board. That's all, but tuition is free. We provided that is they will take about up to 1,000 students.
Which program is that?
The institution is called Amabada. We've made the publicity over and over, so we're able to go there. In fact, I sent about 4 of our officials. At the time, it was our party chairman, the secretary general of the party, the youth chair, and then there was another guy for I think financial area. So there were 4 who were in India.
Thank you. We will be going to the phone line, Reverend. We want to appreciate you. We'll do the second round quickly and go to the phone line. Everyone will let you know more about you. And I will give you my honest opinion on the show today, something I usually don't do. You are the guest, but I think you need to know. So when I get back to Maine, we really want to know you better. But I do believe that you are holding back. You totally, you have distanced yourself from President Boubacar. What we heard you say today, you kind of not 200% with George Manawia, but I believe you're around 80% with Mr. Cummings. That's why you cannot answer the Mr. Cummings question. But the Liberian people are listening to you, and I think that actually pleases Emmanuel George on the show tonight. He's happy to hear.
I love
my own assessment, Reverend. You would say, because you cannot openly distance yourself from Mr. Cummings. And
no, I love Mr. Cummings. In fact, I interacted with him in Maryland, but just on a brief, time interval. And my interaction with him was very productive, was very cordial, and I think again he's a very good person to work with. Again, even from afar, even in the CPP, I think he was one person who appeared to be consistent, even though they tried to muddy him up, to do all kind of things. Again, Barker
You make it Emmanuel Day. Emmanuel just smiling. Wow.
So Barker did not prove to be that, but Mr. Cummings at least proved to be that. So, but again, we're looking for time, more time. You know, we still got 4 years ahead of us. So
I
we
agree.
interact with each other.
I'm kind of shocked that you have taken up a direct position on Mr. Cummings, unlike the rest of the opposition. Emmanuel, there you go. I didn't know you came on purposely because you knew that Reverend Alexander Cody was on, and he got a soft spot for Mr. Cummings. But I want to say we do appreciate you, the Honorable Reverend. And again, let me say this, Matthew 22, that was quoted by T. Wanokai. If you don't do the Bible thing, please don't go there. We're begging you. All right? I'm going to leave it like that. Render unto Caesar that wishes belong to Caesar, and unto God that wishes belong to God. They got nothing to do with what you are trying to do here on the show. So let's just leave it alone. Pay your taxes. If the government asks you to pay tax, pay tax. If you got to do the church work, do the church work, period. Don't confuse them too. Say, because I'm a Christian, I'm supposed to pay tax. That's the simple point. And I hope you can understand that. Emmanuel Josh, let's hear you.
Reverend, I will ask for one clarity and I ask one question. When you were talking about the 114 years about Nigeria, were you talking about the time of independence, or you talking about the time the political entity were created?
Independence.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
so that everyone can know that you were talking about independence.
The age of Nigeria got independent in 1960, and we go out in 1847. So if you subtract that, the difference is 113 years.
Yeah, I mean, I needed a clarification because that entity was created in 1914, the political entity that we call Nigeria today. But let me ask you this question. You say that you are an associate pastor at Abundant Blessing Church in Rhode Island. And
Correct.
one would be wondering that what skills you have that is making you to believe that you can be president of Liberia, where in your primary job you are just you are an associate pastor instead of the main pastor of the ministry. And then how many people do you supervise as an associate pastor?
Okay, so earlier I told you I was the president for the Liberian Ministerial Fellowship for 10 years. We have about 20 to 22 churches, and I have done other administrative jobs for people. But let me just say this: the great Winston Churchill did not go to college. He was very productive. The president of Argentina, Milei, he was a media president. He's doing very well. The president said there's a lot of for Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs, he's revered as one of the most productive persons. Steve Jobs did not have much college education, so being a president is just an administrator. That's all. You bring in people and oversee people. I have overseen lots of people, and the only difference is if you are principled, if you have integrity, then you will hold them accountable. And I think I can bring that to the Liberian government. So we see even like in our country today, there are a lot of people who have been placed in areas who may not be functioning, but they are there. But the presidency is one of the areas where you don't need experience to go to. It's just a fact. There's no one who will say, "Oh, I have an experience as president of country." No, you can't have that experience. But you draw from your administrative ability, and I think I have that to provide.
So I'm kind of surprised that Emmanuel, the men have given you a silver, put you guys on the silver plate, and Gibson, Emmanuel care less to even celebrate him. The man said, I'm casting my vote for Mr. Cummings, whether to work with him, collaborate with him, and Emmanuel just care less. He said, well, I don't care. I mean, Gibson, take it away. I mean, Kevin is mad like hell because Emmanuel can't even congratulate Reverend Alexander Cody, and for even saying good things about Mr. Cummings. I'm surprised, Casey.
I think I don't know if you might don't want him to praise coming, but I think that was going to be the first thing I would do, and I think he owed this guy thank you. He came here today and make his make his water
Casey,
hot.
you started for Unity Party. Where you at that? Like you come here.
Actually, no, I haven't joined any political party. But look,
Dr. George, Dr. George, that's okay, Dr. George. That's okay.
Reverend Colley, I'm going to be a Unity partisan. I mean, not Unity partisan, a sedition later. And I'm going to be an unappointed spokesman for CDC. So
okay.
I'm going to be asking you questions now as a prospective sedition. Is that okay?
That's fine.
So I just want to ask you a few questions.
That's why I'm here.
All right. Dr. Reverend Colley.
No, I'm not a doctor.
No, Reverend Colley, sorry.
Okay.
Reverend Colley, your interest is in healthcare. George, we have built the military hospital. Was that a good thing?
Okay, so
yes and no, if you don't mind.
But
you can go ahead. Just not a waste time, go ahead.
So I'm only trying to make a little comment again. One of the problem I have with President Boakai. You know,
no, not Boakai.
No, but just give me a few things now. The Emerald Hospital. Have you seen the picture recently? It looks like when you go there, you even get sick. More,
yes, absolutely. I saw that.
More everywhere. So we cannot abandon a hospital because you didn't build it. Because President we are building or whatever. Think of the people like you. Go and do something about that. Put some medicine in there. Don't abandon that. Those are blessings for our country.
Okay.
We don't need to have.
So it was a good thing that President George
have already. So for him doing that, I think it was a good thing. To answer your question,
great. Thank you, President George. We are decided that the abnormal payment of government officials. Some people made 15, 10, 7. He harmonized everybody to make. If you are director here, you make the scene as a director there. That harmonization that the Unity Party government could not change. Is it a good thing?
Well, listen, let us not talk about harmonization because that word causes.
Is it a good thing, yes or no?
It caused problem in this place.
It's true. It's not a good thing.
I'm saying if harmonization was done, or if it is done, and the people benefit, it's a good thing. But if it will not benefit the people, then it is not.
So the President Weah gave free tuition to high schools and universities in Liberia. Is that a good thing?
You know what? They made him president to sleep. He was doing his job.
Is that a good thing? Yes or no? I'm not trying to catch you. I just honest question.
If he's doing his job, then that's what we want him to do.
So that's a good thing. President Weah created and protected press freedom by creating the Freedom of Press Act. Is that a good thing?
If it did provide freedom for the press, that's what we want. But again, were other journalists being targeted? Are you aware?
You tell me. I mean, he created the act, but
no.
Okay. So is what my question to you. Now I tell you now, I'm speaking as a sedition.
Correct.
I'm apologetic right now. I'm unapologetic right now. So I'm asking you because I want you to search your soul one more time. You fluctuated 3 times. You came out and said Boakai was the best option, and I think T asked a question before you joined him. Then later on, you came and praised. Wait, let me ask a question.
Yeah, you asked me a question, right? You asked me a question.
No, I'm not finished the question yet. I'll give you the question about man. You came and said TIT made the mention. You said Boakai was the best option, and that's why you joined him. In the second breath of your speaking, you said George Weah is a decent person. In the third, you said George Weah and Boakai are the equal evil. All of these things I have told you about. George Weah created them, built them, and the Unity Party government has been unable to change anything. They are running and delivering all these things. How come you say George Weah is not a good person?
I did not say that. You're trying to take what I said out of context. I said he's a decent man, but he was surrounded by people who were not good. So that can impair his decision-making process. That can impair the outcome of his decision. So he could. You can be a good man and have bad influence. Isn't that so?
My last question.
Okay,
I'm getting whole day. My last question.
Okay, but wait, let me answer it now.
Yeah.
1 minute.
I understand your answer.
Can you tell me now that during President Weah administration, radio stations were not closed down, journalists were not targeted and brutalized? That did not happen?
I don't know. You tell us. You are the guest.
No, I mean, no. You asking that he created that.
Listen, I'm a clinician. I was saying they're not happy. You the guest.
Gibson, wait. Reverend,
you're the journalist. So tell me.
Reverend, wait. Gibson will give you the chance to answer that question.
I say about sedition, nothing happened like that. Do you disagree with me?
Good. Reverend, did it happen?
Yes, I disagree with you.
Can you point to it, Reverend?
Yeah, even I mean, don't act like Spoon was not shut down. Even the station was shut down. Spoon was shut down. You know that.
Spoon was not shut down by government. Okay, all right, I'll give it to you.
You can't skip that. You gotta acknowledge it, Gibson. The Reverend have a point.
The reason I can't acknowledge it is because Spoon shutting down came from a private lawsuit, not government lawsuit. I can see anybody can say there were fingers in there. There are argument they can make, but it was a private lawsuit, and the court shut it down. It was not President George Weah or the Information Ministry. But let me go on. Let me ask my last question because all these guys they want to ask a question. Reverend Colley.
No. He's not done yet. I think the Reverend said, "What about Patrick Honda radio station?" I think the Reverend went down to even cost up and threaten to shut down and burn it. So he's not done yet. Can you answer this since you're going to be?
I can answer Patrick Honda question. I can answer Patrick Honda question.
Not about how it was shut down. You said no radio station was shut down, and the Reverend coming with a very strong point here to say you are deceiving the folks that follow us because
no, it's not true.
Tell you.
It's not true, Stanton. Patrick Honda radio station was not shut down. He applied for a license, and they said the frequency that he was applying for.
Which government said that?
The Information Minister is on record.
Which government? Which government?
We are government. I just we are government.
The
Information Minister said your frequency is conflicting with
that game about conflicting. We know where it came from.
Okay. Let me go to my last question. I mean, I don't want
you escaping this mother. Reverend, I'm not escaping.
Let's go to the conversation.
Let's move on. Yeah, I can see that. Let's move on.
Okay, Reverend Colley, my last question. I beg you, President Joseph Boakai suspended or removed his cousin Abdullah from the LTA after an audit report accusing of misapplying or justifying the missing of funds at the LTA, but he never prosecuted him. He also asked his nephew, Amin Manda, from the Commerce Ministry to resign because he received a $75,000 vehicle, and he resigned and nothing happened. Double Jala also received the same car. Double Jala was asked to resign. He refused to resign. There are people who have been suspended, like the Nokai chairperson. All of them were suspended and nobody have been prosecuted. Are these some of the reasons why you are disgusted with Boakai government at this point, or is there anything else that you really want to tell us?
I think I mean I don't want to overemphasize. I did talk about that, but again, just to point to Dr. George's point, you can have all the experience, you can be all the bureaucrat, being a president. If you don't do what is on the book, one of the problems we have is these people don't have the God-willing ability to enforce what needs to be done. And you don't need to be a doctorate degree holder. You don't need to have a plethora of experience. You don't need that. You can even have the little boy who can be 12 years old. We can make him president. If he has the backbone to enforce the law, that person will be a better president. So it's not about education. It's not about whatever. The presidency will require someone who will enforce the law. Just as you stated, President Barker needs to enforce the law no matter who it is. Like I said, and I want to keep saying it over and over. The lady justice is not blind. The lady justice is blindfolded.
Reverend, thank you very much. We're going to complete our second round before I bring Kev in. Reverend, let me ask you, right? This is very important for the nation. And we say, we are so happy to have you on the 101. I think a lot of people really listen to you. We got 4 years to go, Reverend. Do you think the Oronto deal was a bad thing for this government?
I would think so, because and the reason why I think so, I've always said most of these deals should have the Liberian government benefit. When are we going to have like a joint venture thing? I mean, we saw that in Tanzania. The government said, okay, if we take the mineral or whatever, we'll take 20 or 30%. So any deal that will not benefit the Liberian people or create a joint venture, to me, I think it's a bad deal.
What do you make about American indictment on the foreign minister, on the finance minister, Gafwan, about the budget and the wasteful pork barrel spending? Now, I mean, you talking about Liberia should give you the chance. Talk to us about what would you do differently?
So, first of all, I will. I'm a principal person, so a lot of people know me. So people who will be around me will be people who will be principal and will be good at their job. I think I have the wherewithal to be able to really enforce that. So what I would do differently, really hold people accountable. I think that it's not really how much.
Have you gone over the budget? Have you gone over the budget?
Yeah, I went over that, and there are a lot of things. In fact, just a few days ago, I was talking with some guys at I went West Point. I was talking with some of them, and one of the guys, he said something I agree. He said, "The lawmaker, they pass the budget to help themselves." And if you look at that, I mean, most of the people they don't even go on their farm that they claim to have. They don't go anywhere, And why would someone be paid all these?
No. Let's talk about the budget, Chief. Let's talk about the budget. We're talking about the lawmaker. You say you went over the budget, right? Well, what's your takeaway?
So
it's a budget for the Liberian people. This budget that for 2026. Do you think it represents the rescue government? Rescue?
Well, based on again, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Based on what they're doing, if it is there to maybe enrich themselves, we'll say maybe it did, but it did not benefit the Liberian people.
What in the budget you think is not benefiting the Liberian people? What's your takeaway? That big chunk of takeaway that you can talk about right now.
Okay, so if you look at, for example, I know it's different. The section that Ghana, for example, the healthcare system in Ghana, there's a lot being allocated toward that. I think the last time I saw it was almost.
The healthcare in Ghana, what our budget have to do with what is allocated in Ghana?
I'm just saying the allocation now. I mean, because we're trying to bring comparison. So if the people in Ghana allocating enough money toward that, why can't we allocate enough money toward our
how much is allocated in healthcare in the budget?
Well, so this is it. It may not even be at that point. It may not even be,
But how much is allocated in the 2026 budget on healthcare?
So looking at that, it may not. I'm not really looking at what was allocated for that. I'm looking at even the representatives. Each of them had to.
No, but Reverend, I just want to, you see, so you can remember how much was allocated on healthcare, right? You can remember that.
No, it's not that I can remember, but this is it. we need to be very careful when we're trying to just do it like, oh well, it was done holistically. We need to be very careful. So when we're talking about the allocation of healthcare a budget, let me see if it was I think it was let me see. It was probably about it was okay, let me see. It had four I think about 1.2 100 I think 1.2 million I think it was 1.2 million if I'm not mistaken.
Let me go back. It's okay if we can't remember, but are you saying healthcare, the government put 1.2 million
I would
for
think
healthcare in the country?
I think it was probably 1.2 million or 100 either 101 or 100.2 million, something of that.
So what I'm saying is that it's not 1.2. You're correct. It's 101. 101 million.
It's close.
So the reason why I'm
it's close. I mean, I can't remember the whole thing off the top of my head, but it's close.
Look, listen, I'm just asking off the bat because you're talking about that's what your passion, and that's exactly who you represent. You're a nurse practitioner, so therefore you got to understand these things. And I'm just asking whether is that what I mean that allocation. Do you think it's enough?
No, it's not. It's not enough. But sadly, the people who work in the healthcare sector in Liberia, they will go demonstrate for salary increment. I have never seen any of the healthcare workers in the street for no drugs or for poor care, patient care. All they want is more money for ourselves.
Thank you.
So,
we're gonna wrap it up because we gotta go to the phone line, right? We're gonna go to the phone line. We're gonna bring in Kev Hassan, and I want to ask the last question, and then we go to the phone line. The Liberian people really need to. You don't mind us taking questions, right? I mean, the Liberian people now. Okay, so we got about 23 more minutes left. Kev, let's hear you, sir.
Reverend, you consider yourself as an opposition, correct?
In position to serve.
In position to serve.
Yeah, okay. Because the connotation of opposition is you against everything the man does. I'm not against everything he does, but I'm in position to serve.
Okay. There's everything you talked about and against this government. There's a planned protest on December 17th. You support it according to our constitution. That
what's that?
There's a planned protest against bad governance. With everything that you talk about, all the lies by the government, there's a protest on the 17th of December. Do you support that protest?
I think we live in a democracy, so to speak. People have right to protest. Even if I became president,
I'm asking you, will you support that protest with everything that you came on the show for? Everything that the exact and
I have a different way to make my appeal to the government. I'm not against protest, but I really have not really taking time to.
You just said that people on the street. You never see people on the street protesting for drugs and everything. In the hospital. There's one coming up on the 17th. But basically, on those issues, you support that.
Yeah. So if it is at least for the most part, I have heard and talk about salary increment, which is good, but do not only make that to be. If I were to become president,
No,
I would pay doctors and nurses very well. No, just listen. I would pay doctors and nurses very well. I'm not against them pay well. What I'm against is include everything. No drugs. Less pay. Include everything.
One coming up on the 17th for everything. Yes. Will you support it on the 17th? One coming up with everything you just said. Exact word for word. Everything that you came on the show for.
I support them making their voices heard. I support them.
So you support it December 17th protest?
I support them making their voices heard. I think it should be allowed in any democracy or in any government. I support them for doing that.
Okay. Go ahead, Stan.
Let's finish up with you. We got to go to the phone line, ladies and gentlemen. We got 20 more minutes with the Reverend Alexander Double. It's double, right? The end is silent, right, sir?
Yeah, Stanton, I must give you credit. You're the first journalist who have pronounced that very well. Everywhere I have gone, they're like, N double. I'm like, what is that? So I must give you credit. Yeah,
thank you very much, the Reverend Cody. It's good having you. We will definitely go ahead and take questions. My brother, the 1-2, tier 1-2.
Thank you, Stanton. I think my first question was mostly on your past choices. I would like to talk more about your policy preparation, because you said to Kev that you are the government in position ready to serve. Stanton mentioned something very interesting, which was the RNC. Is your policy closely aligned with the RNC policy? I mean, with your orientation as a conservative or pastor? Are you religious tolerant? Do you believe in faith coexistence? Should Muslims be afraid that as a pastor you will represent their interests?
I have lots of Muslim friends. Again, we all have lived in Liberia. We all have friends, and people can attest to me being willing to work with Muslim and people of other faith. I'm a Christian. Just how I respect other people, I expect them to respect me. But I don't make decisions. I will not support decisions to just subject other people. No, we're all Liberian. Liberia is not for just one person. But I think everybody should be given the opportunity. The only thing I always tell people, if the Christian is open to accept open worship, the Muslim should be able to accept that as well. But again, I can't tell them how they should run their Muslim thing. I can't. But everybody should be free to worship. There should not be any restriction. Everybody should be free to do that.
Great. And then just to follow up on that, that means you'll be very open to big Ramadan or holiday in Liberia, right? As a pastor.
So my position to that, I've always said, especially how is it called, Mbara Eid, Abraham Day, I would say probably for that. So Abraham Day is something that the Muslim worship. Abraham is one of our fathers, so we have some commonality in that. I wouldn't have any problem with Abraham Day being for that. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
So that's part of your policy. So
I'm sorry.
That's a fundamental part of your policy towards 2029. Because we just want to be able to get you on record for something critical like that. Because the reason I ask you this question is because you're a pastor, though. I'm just trying to.
Yeah. So listen. The people that they're not voting for me as pastor in chief. So I'm not being voted in as pastor of the nation. I'm voted in to lead the people of Liberia. But I have biblical principles. Like I just said, Abraham is a common figure for Judaism, Christianity, Islam. So there's some commonality. Where we have commonality, I don't have a problem to work with Muslims in that line. I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. 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 Thank
Do you think the Muslims should have holiday in Liberia?
Well, again, I'm not a lawmaker. I will work with people who are in the house who will make the law.
Your own view as a reverend, and you probably going to be the chief executive of the nation. Do you think you will encourage the lawmaker to bring about the holiday for Muslims in Liberia?
Personally, and I have told most of my Muslim friends, and I wouldn't have problem with having Abraham Day as a Muslim for them. I wouldn't have problem with that. If the lawmakers would make that a law, I wouldn't have problem passing that.
So, but the question is not how do you support it though? If
I don't support it, I will not pass it. I will probably fight against it. So, if I'm allowing it, then it's just obvious.
Do you also, we'll come to you, T, 1 minute, T. Do you also agree that it's okay for us to have intermarriages?
Yeah.
Because
So,
the Muslim taking our women and we the Christian, and we can't take the Uno sister. Then what do you think about that?
so I made that point just today. I was across Simple Bridge. They have a large Muslim population there today, and I made that point. I said we allow you people to do all these things, but there should be some assimilation. If you're gonna marry our daughter, we should be able to marry just what you said. It's like verbatim. I told them that, So if we allow you to live in the freedom, so you can't have, or if someone wants to, if a Christian wants to become a Muslim, by all means. So vice versa, you cannot punish someone or.
Reverend, I would do that. Reverend, I would do that.
So Reverend, leave careful alone. You don't want to hear that question. Leave careful alone. Let me ask you a question though. And listen, let's talk about your family, kids. How many kids do you have?
I have 3 kids, 3 children. Yeah, 2 girls and a boy.
Okay. In Liberia, outside of Liberia, in the U.S.
Yeah, in the U.S. Again, you can't control where you go and what you do. So I met someone there, and I had children with them. But they love Liberia. They're going to be here soon.
Thank you. Let's put your children aside, of course. Let's talk about your wife. Is she a Liberian?
Wife to be.
To marry.
Yeah, wife to be.
Oh, you married, Reverend?
Well, I mean,
wait, Reverend. Lord have mercy, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
No, this is again.
Reverend, let me pause first. Let me allow the Spirit to help me.
Jesus, the Reverend is not married. What? I'm shocked.
I will be the Reverend spokesman. He planning to get married.
I know you guys are all thinking crazy, but that's okay.
No, but Reverend, it's not about the thinking crazy. I'd rather talk seriously on a very serious note. I'd rather talk that but Emmanuel, Emmanuel, what you say when I hear you, Emmanuel? I mean, to me, to each his own. Only go with George. But let's hear from the Reverend. Reverend, have you not gotten married ever in your life?
No, I was. So again, not to get too personal. When I decided to stand with like my country, Liberia, it brought a little problem, and it did not work at that time. So, and some people be, you got divorced. Well, let me tell you, I know I'm in good company. Listen, God created Adam and Eve, and they had 2 children that became dysfunctional. I mean, Cain and Abel. one kill the other. So, that's not my intention. But marrying, being divorced is not a disqualification for the presidency.
No, it's not about you being divorced, Reverend. Let's put that aside. It's not about you being divorced. No, it's okay. For the sake of peace, and if you can make it, that's fine. I believe that God wants us to be happy. So if you, for any reason that we don't know, you and your wife separated and now you guys are divorced, that's fine.
Stop. Is he going to get married before he become president?
Well, let me ask my question.
I ask you to ask
let me ask my question. Reverend. You know what? Let me let it go, Reverend. I shouldn't go further with the question. Let's give the last question to T. Wonokai. I'm just, because, I don't know, T.
Stan, yeah.
Reverend.
No, the people want me to ask, but I can't ask them, Reverend. Wait, T, let me say this to our fellow Liberians, right? We'll have the Reverend back. We'll have the Reverend back and we'll ask all the hard questions. Let's allow the Reverend to start off on this one. But Reverend, though, are you still preaching?
Yes, I am.
That's a good. Ask it. You want to ask it?
No, because I very want to know, Reverend.
And you say you were leaving now.
Let me leave it.
So listen, I don't think you
But Reverend, we want to understand, right? I'm thinking, right? To be frank, this is spoon talk. And you make a lot of people to start commenting. They were sleeping and you woke them up.
Let me ask you, you do marry Catholic?
Is it biblical to have something and preach?
What engagement? So the thing. So
he's saying.
Let me say what I'm saying, Kev. Let me say what I'm saying.
I mean, the question is it biblical to be fornicating and preach?
Yeah, it is something.
That's why I'm saying you guys mind going somehow. So I'm a principled person. I'm very principled.
So you're not fornicating right now?
Well, let go decide. Fine. So I don't have.
You get Saju right now. You get Saju.
Listen, I live in.
Let's give the Reverend chance to explain this because this is not a joke. T, you ask your question. I'm begging you. The people really want to understand, Reverend.
Yeah.
To be fair with you, right? You divorced, but you are engaged. Am I correct?
Correct.
Good. Explain that position in line with your title, the Reverend. Let's give you the chance. Help us understand.
But what's difficult about that? I don't get it. I think it's a normal relationship. I don't see why. If I'm divorced, it doesn't mean I cannot engage someone else.
It's not about you being divorced. And I think what people are.
This is not typical. Being engaged, we don't live together. So maybe that's why you don't understand. We don't live together.
And that's why I say explain that. It's not me you're talking to.
That's what I'm telling you. We don't live together.
Well, you're not the mother of your kids, right?
No, she's not.
Okay.
But Reverend, we are polluted in our mind as human.
Well,
that's Liberian too.
I feel bad. Maybe
if you call somebody a Reverend in Liberia today, they expect that person to have the wealth of the husband, right? That's our belief, right? That's our belief. Let's just put it like that. And listen, you can do anything. Listen, we are not perfect. But when you come on this level, right? My belief, Reverend, you divorce, you can touch the woman, you can see her, You can travel to Liberia with her and you're in the same hotel. Then you want the people to believe that you are not seeing her. That's why I want to give you the chance to say, people hearing for the very first time, explain your position.
Yeah,
I understand where you're coming from. I believe we serving God that see us all over. And listen, you cannot hide your nakedness from God. But for the sake of men, these men that you want them to support you and vote for you, explain your position to them.
So we don't live in a hotel. Again, I have houses here, but for some security reason, we're somewhere else. And I have about 5 security men with me in the house and other people with me in the house. Again, if you don't believe me, so I'm not going to convince, I can't convince the world, but I'm a principled person. A lot of people who have known me all my life. I lived in here, I left this place in 99. And I can tell you, people will attest to my stands. There were a lot of offers I had, but I stood my ground. Even in Rhode Island, like I told you about, the whole fight came about. There were nobody will tell you in Rhode Island that, oh, when Cody did this to somebody's wife and Cody did this to somebody did this. Nobody will tell you that. So I can publicly say that. I know people in there hearing me. I can publicly say that. So it's not a matter of, we think this way, we think that way. I'm a principled person. I believe I'm serving God for myself. I don't have to deceive myself. I don't have to deceive anyone else. So I don't have to prove.
Reverend, we got to go to T1 Okai. Let T1 Okai ask the last question. Before you come in, I really respect your boldness. This is a hard terrain. This is a hard zone. Even for you to come here, and we hope we can have more of this conversation. T, let's hear you.
So you know what I'm saying, and to all the panelists here, you know what Jesus just called the church? He said separate the church and the state. Now you got a CDC guy and a UP guy. Everybody just come here you and stay who always the book. But long story short, you say here on the record that you voted for Joy in the first round. And UP in the second round. What changed in 2 months?
No, I did not say that. I said the first time he ran.
Listen to the recording.
Yeah, I said we voted for him overwhelmingly when he first ran.
2017. That's why you're talking about T. We're talking about 2023.
Okay. We don't have time. Let's move on. Should Liberia be a Christian state or a secular state? That debate been going on for almost 200 years.
Liberia was established on Christian principle. I know people have that's my belief. I believe that Liberia was established on Christian principle. In fact, one of the names of Monrovia was Christopolis. Yeah, it's historic. We can't change that. It used to be called Christopolis. People can do other things. It's possible that Liberia can be a Christian nation and still allow other people to practice their religion.
Maybe I'm saying, we don't have time and stand about to call people in so quickly here. Because when you say you observe Muslim holiday, then you are saying that Liberia will not be a Christian state. You can't be saying Liberia will be a Christian state and be speaking the history and then be saying that you observe Muslim holiday. But quickly here in Rhode Island, your senior pastor, this decision to run for president in Liberia, did you share with the congregation and your pastor in Rhode Island? What did they say to you?
They are 100+% in support of that.
Thank you very much, Reverend. We'll go to the phone line. Diamond, can you please come on? We're going to take calls. Thank you. I want to say thanks to all of you, the Liberian people. You won their vote. You spoke to them today. You want to take call. A lot was discussed today, and
I want to ask you a question.
These guys are on the show. They are very, very bad. They are not good. That's the last question. We got to go to the phone line.
I want to ask you a question. I want to know if the Reverend sleeping with the woman he's going to get married to right now.
But what are you asking me?
I just answered the question. So if you didn't get it, well, that's fine. I don't have to prove anything to you. So I just answered that.
All right, let's go to the full line. Damo, thank you for coming on. We're going to take questions from home and abroad. I really want to say to all of you, please do not call on the 4938 number. My grandson got our phone, so he would just be deleting while he watches his how you call it, Miss Rachel or Blippi. So please, yeah, just remove it because he got our phone right now somewhere he is watching his Blippi or Miss Rachel. So, but we're going to keep the line going. We will open a full line. Let's hear you. We have the Reverend Alexander Double Colley again, a wonderful show. He will be coming back again, probably with his campaign chairperson, that we can sit down and really discuss and know more about the RNC. The RNC is not a Republican National Convention, please. The RNC is a Reformers National Congress. Reformers National Congress. Let's take our first call from overseas. Your name and where you're joining us from. You gotta listen into the phone, my friend. Your name, where you joining us from? All right, we'll leave you alone. Let's take the second call. Your name and where you joining us from?
You're wasting your time. Yeah, I don't care what you do, you can run all you want. People will just above it. From then on, our women will run for the office of the presidency. You go for the second time, and that's it. Anybody who's running, God bless you. But guess what? You have no chance of running for the office of the presidency and winning. Joseph Boakai is the man that will take the Liberian people. We hope our women will run again. Congratulations to that man. Everybody got a right to run for the office of the presidency.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. Let's take this next one. Your name and where you joining us from?
Yeah, see you. This is John Korea Morris calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Judge, talk to us. We got the Reverend Colley in studio.
Yeah, I have a question for Jerome. Was Balanceli married?
Thank you very much. Was Balanceli or Reverend?
I declare not to answer.
Was Balanceli or Reverend? Judge, it's not about the presidency. We have the young man running here. His name is Dr. Mobile, right? For Leno, and that's his name, Clarence Mobile. He's single, but when you get Reverend on your name, and the rest are history, the Reverend would answer. But thank you very much for calling. So, your name and where you joining us from?
Yes, my name is Nelson Gaza. I'm calling you from Minnesota.
You what's your name again?
Nelson Gaga.
Nelson, talk to us, my brother.
Yes, I just wanted to make a correction. Maybe the Reverend, he doesn't know. George Weah was not defeated because he didn't perform. He was defeated based on lies and deceptions from Joseph Boakai and his group.
So you say from me, right? All right, thank you very much for calling in. Let's go ahead, let's make progress. Now we got to go to our people, one people in Liberia, the line going crazy. But again, we got to take calls from Liberia. Damo, let me just take two quick, very quickly. Your name and where you joining us from, my friend. Your name, where you joining us from?
Hello, Stanton, how are you?
I'm good, sir.
Okay, please, my name is Coleman. I want to ask the Reverend, is he on Senate bench?
Oh, you know, Reverend, the Senate bench, I don't like it because when I'm in chair, like brother, put me on Senate bench too. Yeah. And you can only come to the church, you will not participate, you will just sit down there and they say stand, you stand, sit down, you sit down chair, or you go home. Because you're eating something that you're not supposed to eat. But Reverend, you
need to tell her how many times they put you on Senate bench. Because
plenty time they put me on Senate bench.
And I have said that over and over. I'm very principled. Again, it said, as a man thinketh, so is he. So I don't believe. Maybe you have been doing that. I don't do that.
Thank you very much. You heard the Reverend answer, right? Okay, thank you. Let me take this one real quick. Your name and where you joining us from?
Hello.
Talk to us, my friend.
Okay, thank you. My name is John, and I call you from Delaware.
John, talk to us, sir.
Okay, thank you, Reverend. Thank you, Reverend. You see, the guy they call T, he keep trying to tell Reverend that in 2 months, how they call it, in less than 2 years, the Reverend had changed. What made him to change? He changed because the women JMB failed the Liberian people. So the only way forward for me, the only way forward for 2029 is for Georgia to come back, because everything that was said about him, it was lied. And thank you for the country. Thank you for the show.
Thank you.
And we here following. Thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I'll take 5 votes. You got to be the best 5 because we got to go to Dama Slanger in studio. Your name and where you joining us from, please.
Good evening. My name is Elizabeth Buffett, and I'm calling from Delaware, United States of America.
My Liz, talk to us, Mama.
All right. Number one, the word Reverend is just a title. That guy in nasty there, he's not a man of God.
Oh.
He just getting the title because you can't lie like he deliberately lying like that.
Do you no. My Elizabeth, do you know him?
Yes.
Do you know him?
I don't know him, but I'm following him. The speech he giving, the way he's speaking, I know that he's
Well, you can't attack it on my Elizabeth.
No, I'm not attacking him. I'm just saying that a man of God should be a man of dignity. Thank you.
Thank you, my Elizabeth. Thank you for calling. Wow. Somebody says, stand on, don't take no more call. I don't know, but I don't know. Dama, go ahead. My Elizabeth, that made things worse. I'm afraid to go for it. Dama, but let's hear you from Liberia.
Yeah, 077771075.
Can you increase it a little bit, Dama? You low.
7771075 0001075. Let's take this next person. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening once again, Brother Amon Lanka, and good evening to CEO Justin Spoon and Reverend Bob Kotu. Thank you very much. We said it all, Reverend Kotu.
Reverend Quali. Why you come on your Kotu Bene?
Yeah, because the other bishop now will beat you on a ball if he's a Kotu brand. So, Mr. Quali, you said it all. It's not be something for you to be going for here and there. We all know the particular person at this time when we are looking for leaders who is the real alternative that Labrador is better. Need a real change. It's Mr. Alexander Bennett Cummings. So it's not be something that it should be here and there putting. We all know we cannot go back. We cannot continue with the path we on. We are looking at the alternative, which is Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings is the best leader. It's not about how long experiences. Look up for the 2 year experiences, what we are today. Look at so now we are looking at Mr. And so now it's going to be the next president to replace the incompetent and irresponsible leader that are in power today.
Thank you. Let's take this next person. Hello.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
Fine, you live. Go ahead, please. A minute.
Yeah, this is Smith Wulu. I'm calling from District 12 this evening. I follow the Reverend, but the Reverend has not shown that he really means what he's saying about the president. Because, you got to be straight to the point. Every one of us as Liberians will feel that the president has 42 years experience. That's the reason why many of us supported him to make a difference. But we realize that the political will is lacking. Do you think the president has political will? There are a lot of promises he made during the election, and he has contradicted himself. He has not lived up to those promises. Our children will not be selling in the street. He will ride wheelbarrow to go to the executive mansion. Anyway, you have
so your question, please. You just have to go straight to your question so that we take other callers, please.
Yeah, does he have political will?
Okay, thank you. Let's take this next person. Hello.
Hello, my name is Iwe.
Let's hear you out, please.
I think the Reverend studio said is fronted. But on the overall, see how the project to and the project is for him to get married before coming to the president. You know, like people money that you would take to get married with. Thank you.
077771075 055101075. We'll take 5 more. Let's take this person here. Hello.
Damon?
Yes, you live. Please go ahead quickly. 1 minute.
Call from Kingsville.
Well, it's unfortunate that some people say Joe Weah will come back. Maybe some of them were not here. When people used to go sleep to gas station 3-4 days and you could not get gas. When Jesse somewhere they call, how they call it, there's a Park Upton Junction, when there was a continuum put there, where people used to go land on rocks, get bed that they read and put on the proper rest. So somebody got not here. That's why they think Joe Weah should come back. When someone took 25 million and put in wheelbarrows and carry around, when they said they give it to people and the people they used to, the investigation proved that it was lie, that some of the entities that they named were not even in existence.
Okay,
that
sir.
were those that they call and nothing came out of it and they stole the money. So let them say dream. The thing that will come
Thank
back.
you, sir.
Who can stop them from dreaming. Thank you.
Thank you. 077771075 077101075. Let's take this next person. Hello. You live. Go ahead, please.
We wish you a Merry Phone Talk. We wish you a Merry Phone Talk. We wish you a Merry Phone Talk and a prosperous New Year.
Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So
Onadola B, the man have closed the whole thing. A wonderful new year, the first Merry Christmas. We want to say thanks to the Honorable Reverend Alexander Double Cully from Rhode Island, the RNC. We appreciate you for joining Spoon Talk today. A lot of other people was on our plate to interview today, but we decided to go with you because we believe the folks should hear your story. People are calling in. We cannot take them because we are totally out of time. It's 11:11 in Liberia, and we have to go. But we can give a quick announcement today. They beat Grand Bassa County in the county meet, and they also beat Grand Cape Mount won her game, right, as well. So we want to say that Lofa beat Grand Bassa. That was a blow in their own county to beat them, and also Grand Cape Mount won her game. Who Grand Cape Mount played? I believe they played, Dama, you remember? But they won a game because I see Mo Ali texting me say they won a game. So I'm looking for the medicine man that Mo Ali didn't pay on the past county meet. But maybe Mo Ali didn't stay dealing with that medicine man. That's why they stay winning. I want to say to all of you that joined us today, we're so happy to have the Reverend, the Honorable Alexander Double Cully. Reverend, let's hear your closing, and we're glad to have you on tonight, sir. We are not hearing you. You're good.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here. Hopefully I'll come back soon. And you know, it was good hearing different points of view. You know, entering this is, I know it requires people to scrutinize you, whatever, but we're in it for the betterment of our country. I mean, the other man said, I will not steal the country money to get married. By the grace of God, I have been able to live better. I was able to single-handedly bring up 2 political parties, single-handedly, no help. Again, not that I would not need help. I'm just saying I believe in being, you know, serious for what you believe in. I believe in hard work. So I don't believe in stealing. You will never find somebody say, oh, the man stole something. Again, people who know me to have attended Monrovia College and Nebo Junior High School will tell you that I'm a principled person. So you don't know me, but get to know me, and hopefully you'll be able to join our bandwagon. Liberia needs all of us. Liberia is our home. There is no second Liberia. What we see going on in this nation is not what we want. We need to improve healthcare. We need to improve education. We need to improve lots of areas that we have. For all these years we've existed, I know Dr. George was trying to, again, try to clarify whether Nigeria was this and that, but the fact remains, for over a century, Liberia has gone nowhere. We are underdeveloped, we are impoverished. We can't beat our chest to say, oh, we're Africa Others Republic, when we are dirty. Our leaders don't care for us. They come and lie to us. It's about time that we change direction. I'm a young man. I see the future of Liberia through the lens of a young man. We need to start putting the bureaucrats in there. They all put their own now. Let's put some young people in government and see what becomes. Every day we say, oh, look at Burkina Faso, or the young man in Burkina Faso. We can do the same here. We just need to change the mindset of the people. Let's trust on young people this time. Liberia is not bequeathed to just certain a group of political party. Let's change it. And we ask you to join us in the RNC, the Reformers National Congress, where we believe change is inevitable. Thank you for having me, and I'm glad to be here.
So, Reverend, thank you. We ask you to please leave your information, your phone number, the contact person. I'm going to share it on our page as a way in which folks can reach out to you and your team. The contact person, the information, email, website, phone number, and we will share it on our page. We'll pin it on our page, by the way, for folks to reach out to you because, again, we say thank you for joining us. And I will wait to say welcome to the politics of Liberia 2029. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah. So let's try to close this thing. Let's do our closing real quick. And I know Damo going to talk to the Reverend in the back. Let's do our closing real quick.
Before you do your closing, I need to make a quick announcement as we have a majority of our followings. This thing is getting out of hand. We issued a statement on the page prior, but it's still continuing. So we want to, in this public manner, let Liberians know, home and abroad, that we do not have anybody in our employs as a Sam Yanti. No reporter or employee of the Spoon Network will contact you for personal favors. If anybody does that, which I know none of my co-workers will do, contact the Spoon Network. If it's business-wise, you can reach out to any employee of the Spoon Network. They will contact you and connect you with the business office. Do not give or send your money to anybody purporting to work for the Spoon Network. Whether it's a Sam Yanti, whether it's a Diamond Slanger, or whoever they purport to be, please do not do so. Anything you do, you lose your money and you cannot hold the network accountable for that. Our employees are not in a habit of soliciting monies from people for jobs that they have not done. So I just want to make that clear, and so that we'll repeat this on the show every day so that people don't fall for that scam.
Thank you very much, Diamond. Thank you. And he says Sam Yanti, they didn't say T12, please. Let's close the show. I want to say it was a beautiful show, Emmanuel, till we get to the place that you had to say. The Reverend, he's a nice guy, by the way, you know, but what's going on, Emmanuel? Why did he? I mean, let's talk about it, Emmanuel. What do you think? I mean, let's just get to that place in our closing.
Yes,
explain that.
Thank you for the conversation. We thank Kev, Gibson, Wanto, and Mr. Fangalo for the conversation. It was good having a political leader of the Reform National Congress, the Reverend Alexander Colley, with us this evening. Well, I don't really get into people's private life, but again, there's steps to get married. You got to find a woman, you got to get engaged, and then you get married. I think he's following the step.
Can you do that while you still preach, though?
Yeah, there are many people who graduate from the seminary and they don't get married on their years after. You got to find a woman before you marry her. You know.
Wow.
So there are people who.
Well, it means that some of the things that the church then can punish people for is wrong. Because other people were placed on senior bench, like the other caller said, and you know, just by holding the gay hand, just by going out on the date, you know, people were punished. And is that exemption to the rule? Like, you know, Gibson were asking, you know, I'm not trying to get into the Reverend. No one is perfect. But would this have a political setback for the Reverend? You think? Oh, you think the Reverend should get married?
Well, in Liberian politics, we are very traditional in how we understand politics and how we understand our leaders. That he carries the title of a Reverend in the political setting. The bar for him will be higher than any other person. As someone raised that, you raised it, And then one of the caller raised it. One president said he was not married, but she was not a reverend, so her bar was not as high. But she has been, many Liberians also know that she had been in the political fight since 1979. The same thing with Moba. I think you raised the issue of Moba that he's not
Clarence
married.
Moba, yeah.
Yeah. So, but because he carries the title of a reverend, one, and two, with that title, we are still getting used to people, men of the cloth, getting divorced, even though we don't know it. So those two things are very difficult traditionally for an African community to really understand and grapple with it. But those are things that happen. I mean, if you go to the seminary and you walk up and you, as a person of a cloth, it takes time for you to find a female. You have to date and to make sure whether that woman is right for you before you marry her.
So the dating will be what? Dating, how far can you go with the dating thing, Gibson? Gibson, you have to date. How far you think Emmanuel want you to go with the dating? Just, hello, just talking on the phone, just, y'all when I ride the same car, y'all go places that everybody got to see y'all. How far the dating thing is with the Reverend position now? I mean, the Reverend attacked Joseph Boakai. The Reverend, had a soft spot for Mr. Cummings, and Emmanuel is happy. The Reverend talking about change and reform in the country. That's a big message, right? But this little thing to see that the Reverend get, some kind of tenten that he hanging with and he married. And I think that, the Liberian people, they are concerned about that tenten.
No, Standard, I have to really come very strong on this. If the Reverend and between he and God, he didn't say it yet. If the Reverend is not eating anything, if he's not sleeping with a woman, he's not taking bath with a woman in the bathroom, he's not seeing the woman naked, he's not touching the woman's breast or butt or nothing, then he's fine. Then he's fine. Because for us Christian, we go to courtshiping and then we go to dating, then we'll go to marriage or engagement, then marriage. So I don't know what level he is right now, whether he courtshiping or he actually dating, or he can date many people. In fact, according to the rules, you can date many people, you can courtship many people. But I am concerned about the Reverend answer because he doesn't look like he's one of those who is abstaining from sex while he is the Reverend.
But gives you all the process you thought, but you ever went through any of those?
I'm not a Reverend, good thing.
No, but he said we as Christians, so you didn't say we as Reverends.
I was on a bench too.
There's a different level when you're Reverend or pastor than when you're a member, a church goer, right? You have, the Bible says, the bear more responsibility. They got to testify above those within the sheepfold, right? You're leading the flock. So
Gibson was a prayer warrior. He used to pray for people.
Now the people pray and get answer.
For full disclosure, no. I mean, I tell my younger brother here, for full disclosure, when I was evangelist for 7 years, I didn't talk to women, I didn't sleep with women.
Evangelist?
You were 7 years, yes. For 7 years.
Which church?
The African Christian Fellowship. We were the evangelists that planted the churches for African Christian Fellowship. But I can tell you for sure, I went on synod bench as well. Only one time. Stanton went there several times because he's different from me.
Now you're a prayer warrior and evangelist. So 7 years.
But that's not bad thing, though. I don't think I'm supposed to go on synod bench because it wasn't my fault, my man. But at the end of the day, right? Let's face this, Kev. This Reverend, apart from the religious stuff, right? I do believe that, though. He's coming up strong. His argument against President Boakai, it should be concerning to Unity Partisan. I think he's coming stronger to say, listen, I'm not supporting the Unity Party. We can put a joke aside, Kev. That one down, he and the 5,000 people that supported his group, they are growing. And he's saying for this reason, I'm not supporting Unity Party. Don't you think this should be concerned, Cap?
Yeah, there should be concern, Stanton, and also the takeaway from the Reverend. He's saying that they lied to them. They lied to them. He's saying that the government, President Joseph Imam Boka and Unity Party duped them. That's what he's saying. He said they lied to them, and and they lied to the Liberian people also. That's what he's saying. He said they lied to the Liberian people. So he withdrew himself from the Unity Party. I think they should be concerned, because this lying thing is sketching. You send the Spoon journalists right now to the marketeers. They'll tell you the same thing: lying, going against the promises. There are a lot of people who supported Joseph Imam Boka because they believed in him. They saw him as that, ageable man with integrity, with everything, that he's not in this for himself, because he said it. He said, my time over, it's for y'all. But he realized now, he said wheelbarrow, he drive the most expensive car in the history of Liberia. The most expensive car. You've seen it, right?
I want to say thank you very much for keeping you guys so long. Come back tomorrow and join us. We will be here for the entire Spoon Talk, a big day tomorrow. We stay on the SOE. We stay on other government issues in the country. Again, wherever you find yourself, we want to say God bless you, God keep you. I am not a reverend. I was never a reverend. I'm not a pastor. I was never a pastor. I'm a church goer. Reading for the pastor, Evangelist Amos K. Innocent used to say, read. And the Bible says, and I'm going to read. But then guess what happened? The rest is history. That's the reason why Diamond, God came on earth to forgive our sin, our iniquity. We are not perfect. For all have sinned.
So how many times was she not bench? How many times was she not bench?
One time. For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God.
He said more than 6 times. How can I have the
one time? For all have sinned and fall short of the glory of God. For the wages of sin is death, but the grace of God is eternal life through Jesus Christ our Lord. So come as you are. He's waiting to cleanse you. He's waiting to guide your steps. So no one is perfect. We all striving towards perfection. All right? To each his own, God will be the one to judge. So ladies and gentlemen, let's leave the Reverend alone. If he focus on reforming Liberia, like his party name, Reform National Congress, we should listen to him. We should hold him, and we should understand his message, and the Liberian people will decide. I want to say thanks to the Reverend Alexander Domokoli for joining us today. We hope to see you again. T1, thank you very much for joining us. T. Wonokai Fangalo, thank you very much. My brother Gibson Jerry, as always, have a good evening.
Just also had a recent in Philly, the kind of impact Spoon has here in the US is very impressive. I had a chance bumping into some group of Liberians, and they have very exceptional praise for Spoon, that they're a regular follower. And I think that shows that this is impressive, especially for the diaspora community. And this is huge. So all those that met in Philly that spoke about Spoon, really great meeting you guys, and we are very inspired.
Are you still here or you left?
No, I'm still here. I'm still here.
But okay, I'm seeing we can meet. You are not. Where in Philly are you? Where in Philadelphia?
I'll say my location offline.
Yeah, it's that. Not just where you are. Are you by the airport? Where are you?
Yeah, I'm close over there. On the last time I on that call, where he dealt with me, I'm just now on the call. Someone tested and said, "You can't join UP because that foreign ministry get."
So, but that was standing though. Hit me up, and I'll be glad to invite you over. We can grab something to eat before you leave. And
sure,
before you leave and you go back, I want to say it's always good. And thank you very much to all those of you that follow Spoon and acknowledge our humble spirit here on the show. We appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you this week, too. I think we'll be a wonderful meeting.
You saw Kanyo in New York?
Oh, Kanyo a diplomat. Kanyo is on training in Washington, D.C. right now. That's why he didn't come on Spoon today. Man, he's on training right now as we speak.
Thank you very much. Dano, take it away. Thank you, Chief. Thanks to all of you.
Thanks, gentlemen.
All right, good night, folks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening across Liberia as well. Tomorrow, Spoon Talk returns to your radios and your TV screens. On behalf of the entire network, have for yourselves a wonderful night. Bye-bye.